difference to be able to not run the guy over in front of you.
All the Fords. Oh, Mears back there turned around and got into Noah Gragson. This could be a caution right here.
Right here, looking left.
Well, let's see if they get away. Nobody behind them on the racetrack, so plenty of time for them to get clear, and we could stay green.
Doesn't look the best.
Cole Custer is the leader from Bowman, Dillon, Byron, and Wallace.
They're stuck down here, guys.
And caution is waved.
There it is.
Well, and what that does is it allows the guys that are
on Mears right back here.
Casey Mears, Noah Gragson.
Yeah, just got in there too hot, locked the brakes up, tried to avoid the 4-car, lost control of the back, and that's where the contact came from. But that's that
green. This is interesting. Casey Mears' car is stuck in the mud. You'd normally have to get a wrecker or a rollback, but not anymore. Watch this. Up we go.
That's cool. First time I've seen that.
Yeah, it's the it's the Baja kit.
Yes.
Well, we had so many problems with caution.
Still out there, door.
It's a great time move getting into turn 1, shooting to that bottom, right to the lead. Good job, Bubba Wallace.
Bubba Wallace was 12th on the restart. He is up front.
Oh, he's wrecking.
Around goes Wallace, and in the wall goes Byron Buescher. And at least one other car. I think that's Chandler Smith.
I think it is Chandler Smith.
Oh.
It looks like some splitter damage on the bottom of that car.
And that's exactly what we've been talking about. Those moments that are not your fault. And it's just a push gone wrong right here, and it collected a few cars.
In front of the 3-car. Here this train comes. Boom, right there. Turn him sideways. Gets sideways again and finishes him off.
And Austin Dillon can see that coming, but Chris Buescher could not see the distance to the back bumper of Bubba Wallace's car. So he thinks he's doing the right thing by continuing to push, but ultimately it doesn't let the 3-car slow down enough to not hit him too hard.
Whoa, look at Corey LaJoie on that bottom, and unfortunately right in the lap of Chandler Smith on that outside. Not as bad as it could have been, but that's a lot of front end damage, particularly down on the front of the splitter. Look at this ride. Woohoo, hold on to it. It's one too many times. There's the flaps, saving it, saving that car. Those came up, kept it right on the ground.
There it is.
That new A-pillar flap to keep those cars on the ground and did its job.
I love that kind of
Fantastic.
stuff.
Roush for his 4th dual win. Ryan Blaney won one of these in 2018.
Cut out quite a bit here. Big surge coming on the outside.
Brad Keselowski in the 6th, a dual winner 4 years ago.
And we always talk about the Penske teamwork. I think we'll see the same thing from that bottom row from those RFK cars, because Corey LaJoie, all he wants to do is get into this race, but that top lane is surging.
Well, they're also together. Look at the chain. I talk about this all the time. Links in the chain.
Oh, crash!
And it's LaJoie!
And he hits hard up into the turn 3 wall.
Oh, no. Where's Chandler Smith? Here he comes back there in the back. You can see him.
Good flag here.
Caution is out.
Yeah. Nice job, guys.
Logano to the flag under the caution. Joey Logano. Ryan Blaney. And Will, in this last lap and a half, moves you up 1 row in the 500 field, and you pick your pit sooner. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Well, who's it going to be? Who's going to pull out a line first? You see those first
Big
2
push.
cars
Yep.
with a massive push from Carson Hocevar to the back bumper of that 9.
5's going to have an option right here.
5's going to have an option right here, and he's going to get a run on this 77 car. And he chooses to be in the back bumper of Carson Hocevar.
Thought he might move and McDowell might go with him, but no, they hold station.
It sure seems like these guys are committed to each other to at least get off the exit of turn 4 with the Chevrolets.
Bell to the bottom for Toyota.
Wanting more too. Thought better of it. Got back in line.
Off turn 4 for the final time.
Move from Larson to the inside.
Chase Elliott.
Stay up.
Now it's a 3-time dual winner.
But you know, it's not. Oh, there goes Cletus McFarland spinning out towards the inside wall. He's gonna hit it.
Hard hit on that inside wall. Cletus McFarland goes around and brings out the first caution and mows the grass.
Right up in the front. Just got loose. And that is, Joey, you know that section of the racetrack, if you've got wheel into the truck right there, as you get about 3/4 of the way around the corner, if that truck is tight and all of a sudden the truck will get loose with those little bumps and everything right there, and as the track transitions, it's just a characteristic of this racetrack in that section.
Let's take another look at that from the overhead shot.
You see it right underneath Stuart Friesen. Just that one wiggle, kind of catches it, lifts, but then, you know, Gio has nowhere to go. And you know, you can only slow up so much. You get trucks all around you.
So where is Tony Stewart? Let's check in with his radio and what he's dealing with. Carson Hocevar, we had been talking about him as well. He got shuffled.
Oh,
we got trucks in the wall. That's the 98.
Is that Tony Stewart?
Yeah.
Jake Garcia, Tony Stewart, and the 25 involved there.
Oh.
Big wiggle right into him. Obviously, Tony couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, and that's the same part of the racetrack that Cletus McFarland wrecked in earlier. He just got loose right there and overcorrected.
Big overcorrection. I mean, I said it, right? That is a tough spot, and you see Stuart Friesen with some damage there on the right front headlight as well. That part of the racetrack is just, the truck gets light. There's no grip. And if your truck's handling a little bit off, it's just going to get exaggerated as you come off the corner.
Yeah, and you see Jake right there in the middle of the pack. So just really easy if you get yourself in the wrong position right there. And just in the middle in general, the truck is just going to be light on his feet and just stepped out from underneath him right there.
Competitive truck, and this makes it all worth it, right? He has a shot at a win.
And I believe this is a little bit different, right? Like I think.
Oh, here we go.
Around they go. The 77 Carson Hocevar.
Keep going.
The
He's
way
had
it
his
spun out, I
issues
wonder if there's
tonight.
another flat.
It's a left rear flat. Yep.
Keep going.
Yeah, it is.
We're still green, and we just turned yellow. Caution is out.
Whoa.
Great save.
That's off of turn 4 again. That area is just, it's a slick spot.
Oh my gosh, 77,
Oh,
Carson
he's gonna
Hocevar.
go for another spin.
Contact with Butcher. He goes around. Is he gonna keep this truck clean again?
Well, he kept his truck clean. The only thing I'm worried about with Carson Hocevar is how many more tires he has sitting in the pits.
I think it's 3 laps down there. Going down the middle here, shuffling out and
Yeah, well, and
No.
I think sometimes, you know, I know you want to be up there in the middle of racing, and at some point there has to be a little bit of thought process that has to go in with being.
Hilgeman Racing. Time at Jesse. Oh, around goes the one truck. That is Taylor Gray. Collects the 26.
Lock it down.
3 trucks involved. Dawson
Left front
Sutton.
headlight, everything back to the door.
Spencer
Hit super
Boyd.
hard.
Caution is out for the 6th time.
And you see the 88 truck is to the left side of that one truck and just grazes the bumper. And when you go across the bumper like that, sometimes it just grabs them and spins them out like it did in this situation.
Taylor Gray has those white gloves on. I love when you guys wear white gloves. It's so easy to watch how hard you're working in there. Here they come. Green flag in the air. It's NASCAR overtime.
When you want to get everything that you can, because you want to be in position in case you get back to this white flag, and because after that you just never know how it's going to work out.
Gio Ruggiero, to your point, Joey, those Toyotas working together on the outside. John Hunter Nemechek just behind him.
When you see the 16 truck break off the back bumper of that 7, you see the momentum that it breaks. And now they're going to get 3 wide. And that inside lane is completely broken up.
Cole Butcher in the 13, guys, he got hung out and he just dropped all the way to the back. Here comes John Hunter Nemechek.
And John Hunter, he's been fast all night, and here he's going to get right in front of McDowell. McDowell's going to say, no, I don't think so. Oh, he's going to spin.
Around goes McDowell. He collects 1 truck in that chaos. Will we stay green, guys?
They're still green.
White flag is in the air. It is the final lap.
See a big run on the bottom right here. John Hunter.
John Hunter's going to have a huge run.
Now, everything that the leaders didn't want to happen, happened. They got separated. But that front pack is a lot smaller than what it was. So
Here comes the run.
Guys, Caden Honeycutt in that 11. Gio Ruggiero goes to the bottom. John Hunter Nemechek through the middle. He's got a great push.
Not over yet.
John Hunter Nemechek. They're still tapping behind him. Can they keep it clean? Off turn 4.
Bottom.
That was a late block to the bottom.
The 27th running.
He's going to get to his outside. They're going to
Truck
get to his
Series
inside.
at
Oh!
Daytona. 4 wide across the
Chandler
checkered flag.
Smith.
Chandler Smith.
At the very end. Unbelievable. He stayed on the bottom. They all went up.
Don't look at the scoring pylon right now. It is unofficial, but Chandler Smith is celebrating on the radio.
No one's lifting. I mean, that's one of those things that's so sketchy coming to the checkered flag in Daytona because everybody is wide open. No one's lifting for anything. And somehow they all stayed straight.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Fire 200.
Let them run in 2026.
Cut.
A little bit of a late start.
Whoa,
We got to check out the back. Jeremy Clemens has spun around.
Brennan Poole, you see right there in the 44.
And just like that, the wheel caution lights are on here at Daytona.
Anthony Alfredo there in the 4 car. Had a bunch of damage. He was putting that car, Mason Maggio, a ton of front end damage. These stack ups that we see often.
Take a look and see exactly what happens. Right here on the start, you see a couple of gaps here on some of these guys. Maggio right there, that pink and white car.
Oh. And it's the gaps you just mentioned. Those are, you don't want to have that, especially because when you're 2x2 like this and tucked up the rear bumper of another car, you can't see any of those in front of you. There's acceleration. So when you get this accordion effect, it happens almost in an instant where you feel like you've just run into the car in front, but the checkup happened 4 or 5 rows ahead of you.
Green. Up, stacking a little bit, stacking on the bottom. Stay up, keep coming. Inside the 5.
The most unfortunate part of this is that it really doesn't matter when it's first lap, right? It's okay. You're going to catch him when you get to turn 1 anyway, even if you have the gaps.
It's the Tableau onboard camera. Creed.
I'm telling you, it's so impressive with Sammy Smith how he can get hung out, gets right back in line, and is able to get back into position. Oh, Corey Day's around.
Day shoots out of line. Trying to keep it off the wall just a little bit.
You're good.
So lucky right there. A little bit of damage, but I think he's going to be able to continue with that.
We stay green. Race can pan out.
Oh, you see he pushed up a little bit and had to put some wheel in it.
And we saw this in the truck race last night. This track has continued to lose grip, and off of turn 4 is just the toughest corner around here. The track flattens out. You still have wheel in it, and it just snaps on you at times. You have to be cognizant of that.
Final lap, stage 1. Austin Hill has led 27 of the first 29. He's been dominant like he always is here. Won stage 1 and stage 2 a year ago. His teammate Jesse Love.
Oh, Sammy Smith.
There's Sammy Smith around. Crash behind the leaders. Caution is out, and that's how we will end stage number 1. Austin Hill with a green and white checkered flag. He sees the caution as well. Major damage here for the 19 of Gio Ruggiero.
So we take another look at this wreck here. So Sammy Smith tries to get down the bottom here. The car gets a little loose, and then at that point, he's not clear. Sam Mayer still tries to get to the bottom.
Well, and in Sam Mayer's defense, when you get to that point, you almost get drawn into the car. You start rolling out, but you can't because there's someone behind you. It's almost like
right there, you see the loose. He got loose once. And at that point, Sam can't really back out anymore. He's just hoping you can gather it up.
I think it's a great example, Parker, for all watching to see how on edge the cars already are. It just takes such a small contact to get those cars loose. But Sammy, you see him driving it inside of there. There's not a lot of damage to the 8 car. He came out about as well as anybody in this wreck.
No, the worst end of it
the
was
19.
Yeah, Gio Ruggiero and Nick Sanchez there. We saw this hood sitting on the racetrack. I think we're going to get a chance to see. There it goes. That's Luke Fenhouse. Oh, boy. Is it ever coming back? Allgaier to put himself at the front of the bottom. So we go on board, look at this. It's just really tight.
You saw it side by side. Big crash after the cycle of green flag pit stops. 4th caution of the night for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series here at Daytona, and it took out some really fast cars that had a real shot to get it done tonight.
So we get a replay here. It's down into turn 1. Oh. See, maybe coming down on Jeb Burton there, and Sam Mayer takes a big shot into Brendan Jones. And then Sam is coming up the racetrack here as Natalie Decker, I believe that is.
Yep.
Yep. Oh.
You know, Sieg was right there where all that started, and I'm not sure he got real heavy damage.
Yeah, it looked like Jeb was kind of holding his line right there. I don't know if Ryan knew that he was inside of him, but started to slide down just a little bit. Oh, Sam Mayer gets Brandon Jones. You see Jeremy Clements come in there. You can't stop. When you watch this, one thing that you can't see on the screen is how much oil is all over the track. You hit the brakes, and the brakes work, but the tires just don't stick to the track. Can't slip. Oh, man, that's a late hit.
Really late.
Yeah.
Kona with 21 to go.
Pushed him way out there. He'll back up the Blaine Perkins here down the backstretch, try and generate another one of those runs.
Just in a perfect position right there. That was a great decision to come down, get 4 tires. I love that Chad Haney made that call for him so he could hear it in his voice, and has now put his driver back. Best position of anybody in the race.
William Sawalich, Corey Day involved. Caution number 5. The Burtons, Jeb and Harrison collected.
Stay up.
LeVar Scott there as well.
Well, Parker, let's take a look back and see what started all this heading down into turn 3. Oh, it just looks like
bad tap. The cars are so unsettled right there. William Sawalich was in 8th at the time. Looked like Corey Day maybe just seemed like he was in his left rear a little bit.
And I want you to watch Raja Caruth. He's going to be just behind this, and he gets into it a little bit, but I want you to watch how good of a job he does. He has a little contact here. Watch him slow down, though. All these cars are wrecking in front of him. He's still slowing down. Look, Sawalich is actually going to pass him back, go in the wrong direction. Perfect job by him to get slowed down, save that car. He's got a little damage to the nose, but great job in that environment.
Justin Allgaier, Austin clears them. He does. It was the only move that was going to work. We saw him try it early in the race. Oh, Raja gets into Carson Kvapil.
And here we go, another crash. Hocevar going for a slide. Raja Caruth gets a piece.
As we look back at the replay here, Raja Caruth was back in 10th, about 5 cars back to the top lane.
I think he got a big shove from Hocevar,
yeah,
which got him then turned sideways, and then you're just kind of along for the ride.
Here we go, one more time.
Austin had his hand out the window to try and instruct Brennan Poole when to go. Brennan's there.
Both of them hooked up on the front row. You see the 2 connected
big shove out there on Sammy Smith.
Can they stay connected? That's the key here.
Allgaier hanging in that inside lane. Kvapil going wide in the 1. Everybody tucked together down the back straightaway.
Look at the 1 car on the outside. Looks just like Poole on the last restart.
Oh, that totally erased the run for the outside. Brennan Poole pushes Austin Hill out. They got it detached down into 3.
But you don't want to get too far out because you become a setting duck for everybody else that's coming.
Those front 4 in a great position right here. See Brennan trying to get to the outside of Austin Hill. We've seen nobody be able to do that all day long.
So loose there. White flag is out, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Next flag ends the race. Austin Hill trying to finish it.
Gosh, if the 7 can get connected to Brennan Poole, can he give him enough of a push to get him up beside? They've come disconnected now.
Brennan's got to back up here. There's plenty of time. Back it up.
So hard to do.
Here's the push.
So hard to do.
Here's
Jordan Anderson is there. Ryan Sieg is there. Big push for Justin Allgaier. Here comes Jordan Anderson in the 32.
Wow, what a run by the 32 on the inside, but they've pushed Austin Hill out now.
Who does Sieg push here? Could they generate enough?
7's in a great position if they can stay locked together.
Off of turn 4. This is it at Daytona. Here comes Austin Hill. He gets his 4th victory at the World Center of Racing. What a finish.
For that corner.
Oh, we got a wreck. BJ McLeod's around. Right rear tires down. William Byron back here behind McLeod. McLeod goes around to 40, hits the wall too. Justin Allgaier, he hits it, but you see with that right front, William Byron hitting pretty hard, and then you'll see in the back, lower right, with Noah having a lot of trouble with his left rear. They stack up. I would say the front damage from Casey Mears was
probably can go somewhere around lap, maybe around lap 50, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe 55.
That's not an on-purpose pit. It's going to merge back on. That is Keselowski. Maybe, I think he got loose off of 4, had trouble, Kevin.
Watch the 6.
Kyle Busch way sideways, got into him. Holy cow.
Pit stop break. Zane Smith came in, had a problem with a wrench in the front end. Now here is John Hunter Nemechek at the bottom of the screen. He's going to lock it up, and big slide. There's a spinner coming on to pit road. It's Jimmy Johnson. Now he's in the pit box, so it's a legal stop. It's not pretty, but it's legal. Then Ty Gibbs had an issue where they had
angle where you can really see the momentum shifts go from the outside to the inside.
Goes Allgaier around, and he takes Gilliland with him, and they pile up behind him.
Denny Hamlin pulled up in front of him, wasn't clear, not clear.
Gilliland's 34 got hit at least 3 different times.
You see right there, I mean, once Hamlin gets in that position and goes for it on the outside, now he's got them all stacked up behind him, and he's pushing. The 40 is a little bit slow with that block. That's all it takes, happens that fast.
There's the Hunt brothers on board from Joey Logano. Denny Hamlin, the Toyota Racing Cam.
Trying to get points. You never know who else is going to fall out of this thing.
All right, we will roll under caution to the end of stage number 2. Bubba Wallace will be the second stage winner over Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch, John Hunter Nemechek, and Riley Herbst after a 20-car pileup that begins right here at the front of the field.
Trucks all around him. Yes, he is. Hang on to it. First time ever racing one of these trucks. You see Corey Heim. And around goes the 15, Tanner Gray.
No caution. Still
We'll
green.
stay green. Thinks about going 3 wide. See what happened to Tanner Gray, the 15. Stuart Friesen in the 52.
Ooh. Tanner's just trying to get a side.
3, that's only on Fox. We got trucks around on the track, guys. The 26, hard into the wall, Dawson Sutton.
Gaggle of cars, right? Cole Butcher, top of 3. Ooh, a little contact there. Looks like Dawson Sutton is going to be a bystander in this, baby.
That was Chris Wright in that 81 he had contact with. There it is, right there in progress. Another look at it here.
Oh, you see Sutton there on the bottom. They were going low to avoid. He kind of clipped the apron. The car to his outside was really close to him, and it looked like it just kind of sucked him around and also got de-wedged on the apron, and then he couldn't control it. A big hit on the outside wall. Good to see him climb out of that thing.
It was. Flag will fall next time by. That will be the last lap.
Ben Rhodes
loose.
Super loose.
That's going to destroy the bottom lane. They're not going to get any help down the back. Kyle Busch going to be clear coming to the white flag. The Hosfar going to try to back up. Not really backing up to the 17. Kyle's going to guard it.
Here comes Ben Rhodes. One last look at it. Gio Ruggiero behind the 77. Kyle Busch out of turn 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Kyle Busch wins it for the 9th time in the Truck Series.
And the truck race earlier today where he's got close. That big crash. First caution of the day, lap 5.
So we got that all started where Sieg actually got loose in the middle of 3 and 4. Went up the track just slightly. Corey Day went a little bit. There was a small wiggle you could almost not see. He doesn't quite realize they're 3 wide right there with Corey Day. Gio Ruggiero's right below him. They all meet in the same spot, and unfortunately ends up with Ryan Sieg going to the wall hard.
A track position based on when you reflect on how stage 2 finished. Out front now, Carson Kvapil.
Oh, hang on!
No! Up in Kvapil! Kvapil trying to hang on to it. Will this produce a caution? Everybody getting by so far, no major incident.
There's a lot of damage in his car. Justin Allgaier's got a
No
tire probably
caution.
going down.
We got right front tire down.
Yeah, he's got a right front down as well.
Sparks flying everywhere.
Well, they got to throw a caution.
And there it is, caution out. 4th one of the day.
Oh.
2nd one.
And the track sort of loses it. Yeah, he just doesn't get down the track. He almost, you know, either is loose or tight, whatever.
He couldn't turn the wheel.
Couldn't get down.
Yep.
And, you know, he just oversped basically the entry of the corner there on the bottom. Went up into the 1.
Yeah, Carson's going to expect him to be down where you see Austin Hill underneath him.
And you said his name, right place, right time.
By the
Austin
way.
Hill leading again here in Atlanta. This is just amazing.
And Corey was, you know, has really picked up this form of racing quickly, finds himself up front, but these are the things, the mistakes that we see from inexperienced driver.
I think Austin Hill's going to be okay, though. That bottom line is going to be the one that struggles right here. The momentum's going to be on the outside. Oh, Raja into the wall. Oh, hang on to it.
Gosh,
still
sideways. What a save. That was remarkable from Raja Caruth. Chastain, and he is delivering from the back.
I think Sammy Smith has a flat tire.
Oh, yeah, he's
look at that.
sideways.
Oh, I saw him
And there it
chase
goes.
it.
8's around. William Sawalich collected.
I saw the
Big
8
wreck.
chasing it all the way through the tri-oval, just trying to get woed up.
LeVar Scott in the 45 got damage.
That's such a shame for Sammy Smith. He's doing a great job once again at one of these drafting races. He's perennially there in the top 10 and top 5. So
We got the
pointed
right
this out, Jamie.
Yeah, we got the right car marked here. It's the 8. See if there's any contact. I don't think anything from right there caused that, but you see how the car's dancing, wiggling? Yep. It's got like a left rear, right rear tire down. He's just trying to hang on to it.
Well, this is from when he got together there with his teammate Raja. So that was about a lap earlier out of 2. They got together a little bit on the high side. Raja was to his outside on the right rear, took some air off his spoiler. He went up the track, they touched, and I'm sure that cut that tire down. And you point out the wiggles down the straightaway. That's the indication something is wrong, and now he's just hanging on. He's trying to hold it on to it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Raja, I mean, look at the 88 dive down and miss that.
He gets a little left side damage hitting the 87 of Austin Green for Raja.
And hey, celebrate Austin Green, who's knocking on the door of the top 10 in the draft.
Oh, Brennan Poole gets caught up in that as well.
Shame.
Ryan Ellis. See LeVar Scott come in from the back.
It is incredible how dinged up he's gotten tonight, and he just hangs in there, and there it goes. Another save by Raja Caruth. Hitting the outside wall. That's Josh Williams in the 92.
Huge contact by the 92.
Oh, hard in the inside wall.
Caution is out for the 7th time.
He had to have gotten hooked when someone checked, like maybe he checked up for Raja because he saw what was happening. Whoever was behind him did not.
Josh did a great job there. There was a
your fault.
spin back around, but then got in the inside wall. So you see the tire left rear going down. There's the hit. Sam Mayer into the back of Josh Williams.
One bank, Hill trying to repeat.
If you're Ross, you've got to get this run. You've got to back up off at 2 if you don't have the run here. Hope there's some help there from Sheldon on the outside, or Jesse Love if you choose the bottom.
Boys, Austin Hill has done it once again. He's put himself in the right position to win.
Here comes the
6th
run.
race.
What does he do with it? To the bottom.
Chastain
Oh,
there goes Austin Hill. He hangs on to it. Here's Sheldon Creed out front, looking for his first career victory. He's going to do it. Sheldon Creed delivers at Atlanta.
Awesome job by Creed.
What about that, Sheldon Creed?
Control at the beginning of that stage as you see him shoot by 3 wide on the bottom right there in that 22 car.
And a huge crash at Atlanta has taken out Ty Gibbs, Josh Berry, and others at lap 81.
Well, the grass is on fire here. See the energy starting to come. Oh, it seemed like Berry actually lifted a little bit when he drove down across him to try to go shoot in front of him, clipped him obviously, and
Well, I think what happened right there is you're just going to see Bell with a late move right here, and you see the 54 had already committed to go below the 48, and I don't think they were expecting to be 4 wide right there.
we're not clear. He tried to shoot down to the bottom and just clipped him.
Side coverage, we're under caution for the 3rd time today. At lap 103, Riley Herbst, who Tyler Reddick credited with giving him the push that won the Daytona 500 last week. Herbst finishing 8th in the Great American Race, involved in this one.
Look back here. You see Riley Herbst right here. Starts to shoot to the bottom. I think he just lost the nose a little bit and got up into the 3, Kevin.
Yeah, it looked like he had a big run right there, and either just misjudged his car, the right front corner of his car right there, or like you say, got tight, got into the back of the 3.
Well, it definitely turned the 3 around, and you see him going back up the racetrack. Some cars there. Got to,
that's
the 34 in it. Ricky Stenhouse has
heavy
got
damage.
Yep. Major damage on the front of his race car.
PJ McLeod and Todd Gilliland also involved.
Gillen's got a broken right rear toe link, but I think that car's not as bad off as we thought. You see Stenhouse slamming into him pretty hard right there. But looking at Gilliland in the 34, watch Cole Custer.
Oh my goodness, right there, that 41 car. What a move.
Yeah.
First 2 cars on both rows right now.
2x2 by 3.
SVG on the bottom.
Yeah, both those cars got tight, and it's going to be a battle all the way to the line right here.
Oh, he turns, and Larson gets turned.
Coming up the racetrack.
Traffic. Byron wins the stage.
Larson, big impact on the outside. He's done for the day.
And you could just feel that coming. I mean, all of a sudden, the intensity just ratcheted up, and they were just going for it.
I mean, look how high he is here. But look at the run that SVG had.
Yeah, I mean, Larson just trying to get there, and it was just too late.
Still tight bottom lane here. 19's your help third lane. Get your run off the corner. Still inside. Still there. Still there. Still inside. Stay up top here. Stay. Lock it down. Lock it down. Lock it down. Lock it down. I'm sorry. I didn't know we were 3 wide.
Second, and he wants the lead.
Shoving. We got one around right here. SVG, Kevin, off of 4.
Yeah, and it looks like he's had some contact with the outside wall right there.
And that'll put us under caution for this.
He said it, building loose and loose. Watch this, trying to stay off. The cars in front of him obviously are, well, 2 and 3 wide. That thing came right out from underneath of him.
And that's what we were talking about at the beginning of the race. When you get your car in these weird spots and you're comfortable, you've been in there driving all day, and all of a sudden, boom, that keeps you attached, sucks you together. Oh,
Denny
Hamlin.
Got on into Hamlin. Hamlin goes around, collects Byron.
It's a bunch of them, boys.
Good grief.
All right, obviously it was started around Denny Hamlin, but keep an eye on this 22 car. I think the 22 may have.
Hamlin started to get loose, and he had to make one correction, and then the second wiggle is what lost it for him right there.
The 11 card.
See him wiggle right there?
Yeah, but did you see the 22 heading up the racetrack?
Yeah, so what happens off of turn 4 right there, you can't, it's really hard to run the fence all the way down. So as you get to that 5/8, 3/4 mark of the corner, you have to get the car straight and come back down the racetrack, or it'll get loose. The thing that happened to Kyle Busch earlier, he just happened to have Joey Logano on the outside.
Oh, Logano gets turned.
Right rear's down on that car. See him obviously right here on the outside. It's going to go up to the outside of the racetrack. We've been talking about him being tight. Now watch him turn back down the hill right here. What do you think? Racing deal.
Yeah.
Run out of real estate.
Trouble, back of the pack. Big crash in turn 3.
And there's Byron up there. I think that's what caused that.
You're
Something
right.
broke on that car, guys.
Yeah, it just shot up in the middle of
Right
1 and
front
2 right there.
See the right front down. We're going to have to see this from that incident we saw in 1 and 2 when it shot up, and everybody's trying to scramble to miss him. Cindric clips him, turns him up into everybody else.
Cody Ware, Todd Gilliland, Cole Custer.
See Denny Hamlin getting in there late.
All with pretty heavy damage.
And you see right there the damage on the right side of that car that's already happened with the 24 car.
I think that right front was down.
All right, here's Carson Hocevar. Our 3 Toyotas on the bottom. Here we go with Credit One Bank overtime.
There he go. He went.
Oh, Bell gets turned into the fence.
That's Hocevar. He shot to the middle as soon as they crossed the start-finish line, Kevin. Did not wait. Tried to pounce on it. Wrecked Bell. Obviously, he's second row on outside, Hocevar. Pretty much door to door. Gets a big push from behind and tries to shoot the middle.
Yeah, I mean, there was nowhere to go right there.
Just don't think.
I think
this would be a better angle of it right here. Watch when he gets the push from behind his Chastain gets to his bumper, boom. Bell went to block on the outside a little bit. Bell did move up just a pinch, but it still was.
On the bottom for the lead. Hocevar steams around the outside. They touch twice. White flag.
They're not going to go with him.
Here comes Chastain. Toyota, Chevy. Chevy.
You see Briscoe be able to back up right there off the exit of turn 2.
Tyler Reddick trying for 2 in a row. Briscoe trying to redeem a tough day in Daytona. They're going to come off turn 4 for the final time. Chastain to the bottom. Briscoe to cover. Tyler Reddick 2 in a row.
Can you believe that car just won?
Oh, again into the wall.
A lot of damage there. Cole Butcher.
Wow, that's unfortunate. This place is tight for these trucks. Braking is hard, and you swing just a little bit wide, and this is the result.
Just talked to Cole about an hour ago, and this is something new to him. The Canadian driver running full-time this year for Thor Sport. Not the way you want to get things started. You saw there, it's 50-minute, all skate, as they say in IndyCar, all trucks on track, trying to learn as much as possible. Let's see what happened here for Cole Butcher.
Oh, loose.
Just trying to ride the throttle with big oversteer coming out of turn 4, and then that left rear clips this tire stack and then just kind of tank slaps him right into the concrete. And
Stuart Friesen down on the inside, and Haley tries to shut the door, and I think Stuart was plenty far in there. He was running 12th, so had a good start to this race, but feel like maybe Stuart was in a little bit further than maybe Justin thought, huh?
yeah, seemed like he was break for the 7. Now he's just getting chewed up on old tires every which way. Oh, the 5.
Turns around, Adam Andretti around. Trying to see who that is.
Top of the screen there.
Little help.
Not sure who got into the back of him a little bit, but then got turned into the tires. But he hit tire stack, Michael. He didn't hit concrete. So if I'm Adam
there's
Andretti,
another.
the right front, though, got hit pretty good.
Another hard hit coming up here.
They are working an overdrive covering.
It's just stronger on straight line performance. I thought Haley was going to have an easy pass up the inside. Uh-oh.
Sutton takes a look. The 13. Cole Butcher goes around.
Luckily didn't hit anything, but should have.
My friend ran into me. I'm going to let him go. I don't even know him.
Another look.
Wow. Chris Wright wasn't about to make that turn, but luckily he found a place to spin.
I think in that left side door and that left front's pretty chewed up. And
James
Hinchcliffe's backwards.
is around.
I jinxed us. I
Little
said we were
Jimmy.
running nice in a line, bumper to bumper, no doubt.
Riding on board with Hinch.
He tried to shove it in there into turn 5. Majeski, can't tell if he got some wheel hop there, but I just think he sent it in a little too hard, like you said.
Just helpless at that point, trying to get back on the road. Luckily, no more damage than he did. Just overcooked one corner, and it caught. Oh, Eckes gave room.
Tyler Reif got into him, and around goes Jake Garcia. He's able to clear them.
Reif missed the apex of that corner. Lane Riggs is loving this.
Yes.
Battle it out, fellas. I want to go.
White flag is in the air.
He's shaking his truck around, maybe running out of gas with Lane
And we
Riggs.
saw it happen last week to Ben Rhodes. He ran out of fuel. You see Ty Majeski into second. 2 more turns.
Diving right to your bumper. He missed.
He missed.
We're gonna be good.
And he does it. Lane Riggs. He sees the checkered flag. It is in the air, and it's Lane Riggs wins the first ever street course circuit for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Best move there is to go to the outside because you can just let everyone stack up on the bottom and shoot around, as we see Jeremy Clements lose it there off of 5, into the gravel. but he got it rolling again.
Yeah, Jeremy got rolling again.
Brent Cruz, so he's down, falling back as SVG got by him in 6A and 6B. Sammy Smith got by him into 12, and now Sheldon Creed comes in there, gives a little hip check.
Not bad.
Not bad, but this is where it gets aggressive. So this corner, this is sort of the carousel that they're heading towards out of, we look back once again out of 15. Here, you have a shallow entry, but this right here, you can't quite do that. It's an off-camber corner, and these cars just find themselves really floating out. Sheldon was,
First caution of the day for an incident on track, second overall of the afternoon, had the yellow flag that came out to end stage 1.
To end up there, I think you're correct, that there had to be some sort of issue to be that far off the track in turn 1. So
Shane Van Gisbergen leading, and here's what brought out the yellow.
Oh, yeah. High rate of speed.
Ooh. Said he was on front. Corey Day. Really no road racing background at all. And we see Harrison, hang on.
Don't get hit.
That is incredible. Wow. Harrison Burton going for a slide. Ryan Ellis bouncing around.
I think that's who Jeremy Clements got into, the left rear there of Ryan Ellis as they went.
Mayer is there. Quapple, all these drivers racing up front, and Raja Karuth. That's 6A.
It's heartbreaking for those guys.
So close to an unbelievable.
We're gonna look here at, see Harrison Burton, a little bit of contact from Taylor Gray. He's along for the ride now, just sitting here, and these guys behind, the way the spotter situation is, happens so quick, so many blind spots around the track.
Yeah, it's 3-1. Let's take a look at Sam Mayer down into 6A. Oh, just loses the rear, overcooked it. Gets into the barrier, stopped. Now it's an awkward position. Oh, we've got Zilich around.
Wow, it worked his way to the top 5, and he's got damage.
Big contact there for the one car.
I was just going to say.
Here's the replay. So out of 2, heading towards 3. Corey Day gets a little sideways and just hits him in the left rear.
That's twice Corey's misjudged that.
Yeah.
In a similar section of the racetrack. See, Connor's going to get to his outside of 2. Corey looks like he's going to try to slip back in a line and just completely misjudge that again. Man, that's a fast section of the track to get spun around.
Keep rolling. You're good. Leave it on fire.
What a day.
Turn 19 to turn 20. He'll make the left-hander and see that checkered flag. From Auckland, New Zealand, king of the road, Shane Van Gisbergen wins it at Circuit of the Americas.
Big drift off the final corner. That's classic SVG stuff if you grew up watching them in.
Van Gisbergen looking really low. And Reddick covers the bottom. 2 cars spin. Zane Smith has spun.
Connor Zilich.
And Connor Zilich.
Again. How about this? There he is. If you look here, you can see Zilich on the outside, and all of a sudden the dive bombs start coming, but it's actually the 11 gets in the 24, into the 2, into the 38, and then into the 88 is exactly what happened. But that's a product of being on that outside. You can see he's way out here, but watch the 11 get into the 24, turns him right into Cindric, into Zane Smith, boom. Yeah. There he is finally. Man, that's an unfortunate thing. That's a really good car. Drove all the way back up through the field and gets wiped out again at the top of the hill.
Now we're riding with Zane Smith. He was the 4th of 5 cars to the right of the initial contact. Attaboy. Oh, little bumper tag there. Oh, no! Kyle Busch got into Jesse Love, who got into Chris Buescher, who got off track at turn 20, but continues.
Well, we can go back and find that replay, but this is exactly the situation.
Straightaway slides from turn 20, halfway up the straightaway and into the wall.
Watch for the caution. He's getting it
he can back
up.
it away, and he's going to get going. Whew, we're going to stay green. It happens today. Three-peat for Tyler Reddick. 23-11 in Toyota.
Guys, great work.
Lap or 2 to get ahead of the 1 car of Carson Quapple.
Inside of 40 laps to go, and we get our first caution of the night for an incident on track. Rookie driver LeVar Scott going for a slide.
So we take a look back at this. That's Anthony Alfredo on the inside of the 96. And just, well, wasn't clear. There's a car there.
Keeper, make sure you can stay side by side. Both of those guys just,
Big crash.
Caution still outside.
Couple of drivers for Joe Gibbs Racing involved. 18 is William Sawalich. 20, Brandon Jones. 31 here, Blaine Perkins.
So here we are going through the dog leg. You see Brandon Jones side by side with Ryan Sieg in the 39. Down into 1. Sammy Smith's down there. Oh, and it's kind of what we saw earlier.
It's that angle for the spotter.
It's so tough for the spotter, and for Brandon, I don't think he fully knew the 8 was there.
Well, you're worried about the guy on the outside, not necessarily the one on your left rear, and it takes zero. It takes just minimal contact right here. You're already vulnerable, loose. Yeah, I just don't think that Brandon knew that Sammy Smith was to his inside. Oh, gets his teammate Taylor Gray.
Yeah, we referenced
three JVR
that was
cars.
an expensive record. He's driving
like he's
there.
10 mile an hour faster on the entry, but just can't quite get there, slide it off all the way down to the dog leg.
White flag is out, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank for what's ahead. Allgaier's crew chief, Andrew Overstreet, celebrating a birthday today. The best gift that he could get is a trophy at Phoenix. What a rally for the 17. Won the championship here a couple of years ago, and tonight he gets the Phoenix hat trick. Justin Allgaier, a winner again in the desert.
Go ahead and start. That car looks extremely loose. No. That's the left rear. See the left rear touch that, go around, but he was loose the lap before that. I saw him get really bent out of shape.
Stop right there.
I'm just going. Did a good job of keeping out of that inside wall.
Yes.
I don't think that tires. It's before this get really loose. We crossed that apron
and just lost
underneath of him. It was just loose.
Got to be really, that apron makes these cars do weird stuff. You want to use it, but it's loose. It was loose, but really as he was on his way down to the apron, and then the apron just amplified
him off.
Everything that was going on.
And that paint scuff happened sometime earlier. It was not part of this spin. Kyler Reddick turns it around in Group 2 practice.
He had before.
Kyle Busch in the wall.
Is that a right front going down?
And a bad day gets worse in a hurry.
Really has been fighting. It looks like the right front is down.
Yeah, and we saw it was like.
Got SVG around off of 4.
He had just passed Bubba Wallace. He spins it around, gets going, and that will put us under caution for the second time today at lap 94.
That's Kyle Busch going into the wall.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that right front tire just went down on that car.
And there you see SVG up on the top side, just comes right around on him, high on the racetrack.
Yeah, and when you're running that top line like that, you just have to baby the thing up off the corner, and it looks like he just lost it right there. Oh no.
Got a tire down.
Yeah, he's got a tire down right there. That's why it's always great that we have these in-car cameras. You can correct when you're wrong, but you can hear starting up front, they've been able to fire off pretty good too, and that is double trouble for everybody else that's been up front so far, the 22.
Oh, big pile up here.
Suarez, unfortunate there, started 4th.
Had a great day going, was 7th at the end of stage 1, his best stage result here.
See them roll around here. Just gets loose right on the inside of, I think, that's Keselowski up in it. Was that Elliott that he got in on?
Oh, leader's got tire trouble.
No, that's Briscoe.
Try to keep up, stay up here.
So Chase Briscoe is in the wall and caution is out. And Larry, what was he saying earlier on the radio?
He'd been complaining about a vibration for about the last 10 or 12 laps right there, and that right there was about 24 to 25 laps.
Worst feeling as a racing driver to have a failure like this going into a corner. You just have absolutely no chances. You take a look at the 19, smoke coming off. And guys, you've been there, I've been there. You just try to relax your body and not tighten up. It's the hardest thing to do.
It always feels like it picks up speed from about right there to the wall.
And it never happens in a good place. Always going into the corner. Worst case scenario.
Part of the wall, turn 2, and that is Noah Gragson.
Yeah, and I think they had to throw the caution. You saw the debris coming out of the back of that car, and you see it on pit road.
I think it's him right here, Kevin. You're going to watch him come into the corner, and boom, there it is, another tire.
Well, here's William Byron with issues.
We see it
out at lap 2:11. Brian Preece, his RFK Ford, Connor Zillich, Team Trackhouse got together. Zilich the lap before went way high in turns 3 and 4, and they're going to come in from the right side of the frame here.
Yeah, and it looks like that car is sideways before it gets to the dog leg right there, but gets into Ryan Preece and he spins out.
You're riding along with the 47, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Watch this. Gets into Zilich down into Preece. So you couldn't see it from that first replay.
Back to green.
Oh, Chastain's in trouble.
And he collects 3 cars, smashing into the outside wall. Tough day for Anthony Alfredo and Austin Cindric. Had a great car, had a great run going.
Okay, if you look back to the inside row, you can see Joey come to his bumper, start pushing him as he moved down. Got into him. You heard him say, I didn't mean to, but
well, it's
regardless, he got in the back of the one car.
It's so hard to push down there because it's rough.
Especially, yes, agree. As soon as he came down
got
on
him
the
right
apron,
there.
right at the wrong time. I don't think he meant to do that, but it doesn't change the fact. Huge hit for Alfredo, even bigger for Cindric.
Cindric took a massive hit right there.
Sure did.
From Joey Logano.
Front and line. Middle lane's clear. Come on, stay down, 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 down.
Timing thing. Right as he came across that apron, his bumper got to them. I think he was honestly trying to push him, Kevin. It looked to me like, but pushed a little too hard at the wrong time.
Under Carson Hocevar and William Byron there.
Oh, contact! Around Logano, and he collects Berry and Suarez. And
I think that was Allmendinger and the that got into the back of him.
10th caution, lap 254, and the hits just keep on coming.
Up, shot back across the apron. 16 gets in there shooting, stayed on the racetrack, and as Joey came back up, they got into one another, and bam!
And in real time. Up there for Reddick, tosses and catches it. Around the outside comes Larson. And around goes Zane Smith and John Hunter Nemechek. They collect Ty Dillon.
Which is exactly what these two tires wanted at a deficit to Bell, and is exactly not what Christopher Bell wanted. He needed this thing to go green. Well, let's go back and see what happened further back in the field. Look right here, this Hornet's Nest.
4 wide.
It's Stenhouse, 5 wide.
Yes.
Got up in the outside of Zane Smith down into Nemechek.
Decided by a last lap pass. White flag, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Half a second. Might as well be from here to eternity.
What a roller coaster of a day. Battled adversity, troubles in the pits, fast race car, past the field not once but twice. Unbelievable.
That's what a championship team does, Clint. They've been here before.
To complete the weekend sweep for the most admired man in American motorsports, Ryan Blaney wins for Ford and Roger Penske.
Some clean air.
Saw Brandon Jones in the 3rd position. Really good when
contact.
it comes to the 1.5 miles. Hang on to it. Jeremy Clements, 51, going for a ride.
Oh, and that started, I could see Connor Zilich just had
Caution's out.
Still rolling entry speed into 1.
You see Jeremy Clements on the outside, and watch the speed that he carries in. Just, gosh, I'm with you, Parker. It almost looks like something wasn't right on that car as it washed up the racetrack. He just not even close to staying on the bottom.
No, it shot up. So, and you know, he was struggling with hitting the splitter in practice. I got to want. He gets loose there because he's got no side force there, being beside Jeb when he turns in and just chased the car up.
It snapped on him, and then when he was catching it going up the hill, Jeremy just happened to be the right place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
As the field makes its way
Throughout the race, for whatever reason, doesn't matter if it's just a sunny day like this and hot. For whatever reason, and we've got a caution out.
Second yellow of the day. Yeah, Cole Custer won the championship in 2023.
Oh, he just got loose underneath. Who is that? Is that Raja in the 32? Yes, that was Raja. He was underneath. You can even see the donut on the right side. And it looks like Austin Green may have just got helped around trying to slow up for this. But very similar to kind of what we saw from Connor Zilic. These Cup drivers don't have to deal with side force in the Cup car.
Second caution of the day. 14 laps in at Las Vegas. Over to the bottom. Side by side for the lead. Gray looking inside of Love, and the Whelen caution lights are on. Another problem for Jeremy Clements, 51. There you see it, coming off of 4, right at the entry of pit road. Had a tire going down is the report that we got. And we'll analyze who was leading the race when the caution came.
He's just trying to find some grip. That balance being way too free right now for the 7.
And there's a caution. Number 6 today. And the 4th for an incident on track, 26, Dean Thompson. Assuming you pit here, you get a set, you'll have to come one more time.
This is a little bit later into the spin here with Dean Thompson, Patrick Starpoli. But if we look there, top right of your screen, you can see they're both going around. That's kind of an indication of what we saw earlier in the race. Remember, Connor Zilic had that moment with Jeremy Clements beginning in lap 2. You had the same with Cole Custer.
Or he's had a solid day. It's been a great year for him.
Caution is out, 7th of the day.
As we look here off of 4, Bilicki just got into his left rear, came up the racetrack, translated a little bit. It gave the 54 a big run. Is he getting pushed by Shannon Creed? He's side contact.
54 trying to hang on. Gray into the wall. Caution is out, number 8 today.
I mean, I get what Sheldon's saying right there, but I don't know that hitting somebody on corner entry is the... Could have gotten both of those guys.
That's a serious message. You know, that's not a slight tap at a short.
Oh, yet. 5 races in 2026. Going to be 5 different winners. 3 victories in a row for Junior Motorsports. Today belongs to Kyle Larson. He wins at Vegas.
With him, and I was listening to Kevin talk. He lifted big time off of 4. We got a car around off of 4.
That's Zilic. I believe that's Connor Zilic who's around.
Caution.
What happened here to Connor Zilic?
I think you could see him on the bottom down here, right behind. It looks like Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I think they were checking up, and he ran into the back of him trying to pit.
Yeah, I think Stenhouse was going to pit right there.
Denny Hamlin off turn number 4. Here he comes to the white flag. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. And that time, Elliott only a couple of hundredths quicker.
It's a big rebound for Chase Elliott. If he can't get up and get this race won, that's a great day. Hard-fought effort out of the 9 car and Chase Elliott.
Well, he's been so quiet all year and put himself right there 4th in the points, and right now he'd be sitting 5th.
Denny Hamlin rounds off the corner. 61, no asterisk. Denny Hamlin wins his 61st career NASCAR Cup race and becomes the 5th driver.
You'll see these guys bounce off of turn 2, and I think that sometimes you bounce up the racetrack.
Caution.
Oh, we got one on the wall.
Ben Rhodes.
Ben Rhodes.
And it looks like that left front tire is down right there on the roads. It appears that that left front tire got cut down.
It's already down.
And then straight into the fence. Somebody trying to go back up that hill.
You saw,
William Swalich around right there and in the 1 truck.
Straight back out, still green right now. Yellow's out, yellow. Get it turned around, leader.
Let's see if we can find a replay right here. Of what happened.
Looks like he's probably going to get aero loose. Yeah, just gets in there, gets free underneath the 42. It's kind of in a weird aero spot, right? 2 guys in front of him. He probably entered and the front didn't turn, and then he got in a really bad spot, and then the side force was taken away and ended up spinning around. A good job of saving it, though. No damage, tires, and
well, he saved it right there with the 26 truck of Dawson Sutton up on the outside. Otherwise, that truck was probably coming around.
Well, if he was loose before, he's going to be wicked loose now, tire down.
Connor Jones in the 42, tire down up against the wall in turns 3 and 4. We'll see if they throw a caution. He cannot get the
42 truck, and
these trucks are so reliant. A really good night and unfortunate ending for all of them.
Take a look here and see what happened into turn 1. You see Riggs on the bottom. You see them racing there. Riggs is going to try to get up there and obviously was not clear.
Yeah, and that's a tough one, Joey. It didn't look like the 88 truck went up the racetrack at all. It's like he came up a little bit, but Riggs was definitely committed to going up the racetrack, wasn't he?
Riggs was going to be clear one way or another. And
right along with Lane Riggs.
Can figure this out.
I'm sure he's in the wall, spinning. Caution.
Hang on here, man. Lock it down. Lock it down. Lock it down. Don't slide back up.
Yeah, whatever it was, it definitely broke into turn 1 and forced Carson to get to the wall and spin.
Ready for a flat. Cool. Shocker.
We got a couple replays right here to.
Oh, that's
that's a right front.
Well, you see exactly what he did right there was what we were saying. He tried to roll that timing. He got away with a pretty close restart, but he's still only going to lose 1 row. We got one in the wall right there.
Oh, no.
Big wreck.
Oh, they're all.
Looks like the 18 truck had a right front tire down, possibly into turn 1. He went straight as soon as they got to that corner.
See what happened right here.
Yeah, the 18's right front is already flat. You can see it's soft, goes in the corner and doesn't turn.
Gosh, there's not much you can do there. Like, I mean, for all these trucks behind him, I mean, they don't know he's going to have a flat tire, and they're just piling in.
Yeah, and he tried to slow up. When he felt the tire, when the truck didn't turn, he tried to slow up a little bit right there. Stacked him up a little bit, but we tore up some trucks, but man, that could have been a lot worse.
Corey Heim is actually on new tires as well. Corey Heim's going to have a shot to win this race. New work tires. He might have scuffs on it, but he is ripping. But he's only got 1 lap to go.
Well, it's a long ways back around at this place on old tires compared to somebody who's got new tires. Corey Heim has put himself in 2nd position coming off of turn 2. Can he chase down Ross Chastain down the back straightaway?
He lost a little bit of momentum there at 1 and 2, but he's got the draft on the backstretch.
Drives it into turn 3, all the way up underneath Ross Chastain. He's going to drive up the racetrack.
Corey Heim's going to win this race. What a finish.
You're good. To the line. Are you serious?
Holy cow. Corey Heim wins at Darlington.
Wow.
Quapple said he was free everywhere, half round out of the right rear, but the team was really happy with his lap times the second half of that run, Kim.
There was about as much drama there as there was to find out who was going to win the stage. Larson by a mile. +1 for Quapple. Jones gets 1. 2 in the wrong direction. Team Jesse Love, who's going to have to come from the back. Had a penalty last week that put him behind the 8 ball, and now this. Boy, that was dangerous coming in.
Yeah, that's so tough. Just trying to get stopped.
5, 4, 3,
Looks like Williams Walsh behind him just didn't realize he was checking up.
All right, just hold on.
Put on the radio. Help me out on the pit lane. And what is it with cars facing the wrong direction today in the pit lane? This is the 9 of Ross Chastain.
So the 9 starts to check up, and Anthony Alfredo gets into it. One of the reasons is you watch your lights so closely here as he gets to the tires, and that can make it tough to see what's ahead of you.
We're coming through the Poet restart zone.
Then Kyle Larson, that 88. Oh, we got a wreck here. Kyle Sieg.
Going to be caution number 3.
Oh, there's another one.
Too hard hit there.
Got to think there's some oil on the track right there for those guys to wreck.
Aero manipulated this. Actually, maybe involved a little contact at that point. So that's the car's super on edge. We saw that with Austin Hill, who hit the wall there earlier today. We've seen other cars get super loose. And then there's checkups. You're on older tires. These cars don't slow down nearly as well, and you don't hit the brakes as hard as you would in that moment and suddenly realize I can't stop, or they'll lock up very easily. And it seems like there was more of a chain reaction behind with LeBay and LeVar Scott.
Dean Thompson, the only one involved here. that was not at least a lap down. Watch the 54 Taylor Gray. I think he gets a little bit of damage.
Just a touch there.
But Harrison Burton and William Sawalich somehow able to weave.
Aggressive at the end. We've heard Sieg talk about how frustrated he is with some of the non-regulars, the Cup guys coming down. Oh, he just caught that rear bumper right there.
Allgaier doesn't want a caution.
It's so great. It's great that they can't run for points. Let these O'Reilly Series drivers that commit to this series go for a championship, but if they come down here in short bursts and let them try and see if they're good.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank for what's ahead. Off the turn 2 for Justin Allgaier. Right where he needed to be when you can see the pay window open up.
It's open, and he's going to cash that check in just a second.
The old veteran driver going to win at the old historic track. Justin Allgaier, 24 champ, going to get his 4th victory here at Darlington. He does it at the track.
Was right there. It happened entering turn 3.
Well,
Look to the right of your screen.
Eric Jones on the right is already sideways, and watch Denny moves up. His driver, Bubba, hits the wall. That's why you can't make mistakes, Kevin. Happens so many times in this sport. You get behind, you get caught up in a wreck. Bubba Wallace on pit road, Eric Jones around, Denny in the wall pretty hard as well.
Yeah, and you're going to see why Eric Jones spun out right here shortly. Oh, did you hear the car almost go? It sounded like it might have gone into neutral right there.
Or shut off. All right, Shane Van Gisbergen gets the free pass.
I think if he got into the wall right there, I think he's definitely rebounded. Oh, we got one around right behind him, though. Riley Herbst into the inside wall.
And Riley Herbst going around, and I'm not sure if that was
Looked like
off the
Zillage.
nose of another car,
It
maybe
was
Connor
Zillage.
Zillage.
Yeah.
19.
Be 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Can we make it around one more time?
Well, it doesn't matter at this point. We've taken the white flag, so Tyler Reddick just wants to make it around the racetrack, and he's going to win the race. So
clean air in front of him. Don't even push it. Push the clutch in if you have to. Coast back. Huge lead. What a drive.
Who was it early in the day said, good thing this isn't a 500-mile race? I'd say everybody right about now.
That's a dominant day.
Tyler
on the pole.
Reddick coming around for his 12th career win. Coming off a 2-race winless streak.
Offensive for a car behind him. When you have no one behind you like Alfredo had, you can get real aggressive with that opening. So we got a caution on track.
Halfway through the opening stage, and the wheel and caution lights are on. One of those drivers making his first ever start. Luke Baldwin doing double duty today. He'll run the modified race here later tonight.
Marbles there. Oh man!
It's like it locked the rears.
Wow.
Yeah, it's almost looks like something broke.
Yes.
Whether in the braking, and he had to panic. So tempting to want to make it 3 wide when some of these slower cars, guys that have stayed out on tires.
Caution is out again. Whelen caution lights are on, this time for the 0 of Garrett Smithley, and it comes out with 4 laps.
It's up top of your screen there. And you can see some serious front end damage for Jeb Burton.
It's going to put him over 100 stage points. Spot, but they flipped the stage, had the speeding penalty, and here he is riding inside the top 5, and the Whelen caution lights are on for a 4th time. Got some debris on track.
Yep, saw that. It was we've lost a.
Oh, it came off Brandon Jones's car. You see contact right there. The right rear, crushed in.
Justin Allgaier in as well.
Still trying to get that right front turning better.
Speaking of which, on the right side of your screen,
3 wide. Oh, there goes Parker Retzlaff for a ride.
Oh.
Whelen caution lights are on for the 6th time today.
So here you go. This is where it starts. This is off of 4. There's a little bit of contact to all this, and then I thought somebody might give up here. Nobody did, and Starpoli was the sandwich. There's the end. Eventually spun out.
Patrick Starpoli goes around. 28 is Ryan Sieg. Here's Kyle Sieg, 28.
Let's see what happened here.
Those 2 separate incidents right there.
Well, it's the checkup. So yeah, Starpoli starts to go around. That checks up the field and the accordion effect.
Saw a little bit of contact there. Ooh, Corey really overdriving the entry of that corner.
Lights are on. To Ryan Ellis from right here in Virginia.
So we're right on board here with.
Make sure you're off of it on the straightaway here.
Oh, yeah. He mentioned.
Yeah, and a lot of times when drivers say they don't have brakes, you have a little bit, but you just don't have what you.
Motorsports was 17 wins, 6 different drivers. They've won 4 in a row this year, and they're 1, 2, 3 at the front. Back behind them, though, it is an absolute dogfight. Corey Day back in the top 5, and here's the caution, number 9.
We're right on board with him.
Down.
Saw Garrett Smithley. What happens at the end of these races, everybody gets a little bit impatient.
Yeah, if you don't go, the guy behind you is going to force you to go. As we got one spinning down the back, that's Ross Chastain.
Ross Chastain, wheel and caution lights are on for an 11th time today.
As we get a look here at what happened with, contact right there on the outside wall.
Yeah, just everyone trying to use as much racetrack as possible back in the pack.
Gosh, that could have been bad.
If you thought the aggression's high at the
17 to go. Gonna be a fun run to the finish. Allgaier inside is in control, pulling into the outside.
That was definitely a misshift.
Big damage there for the one of Carson Kvapil. They're scattered, and it is a parking lot on the front straightaway at Martinsville. Caution number 12.
Yeah, pay attention to that car on the outside. You're gonna see they start to accelerate, and then when he shifts to third right there, it just doesn't go into gear, and the momentum's coming from behind because everybody's anticipating that, and there's nowhere you can go. And then once the cars start wrecking here, if any oil gets on the racetrack, you see the smoke coming out of those cars, the steam. It's just like you're hitting ice. So you're trying to slow down, and even though you're not, a little better restart. It's a great perspective here to see.
Oh, so we got a spinner.
Caution number 13. Yep, the 18 of William Sawalich.
This is, and you see he's got the tire rubbing right there.
When the caution came out.
Little love tap by Brendan Poole there.
1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
And how aggressive does Sheldon Creed get right here? Does he try to force up Sammy Smith and maybe try to get 2 for 1 down in 3 and 4?
A dominating day for Justin Allgaier. The wheel and caution lights are on. The race is over. Justin Allgaier hits the trifecta. His 3rd win of the season comes at Martinsville.
These two, Jesse Love and he,
going
back and forth. You got to think that there's a little bit of retaliation we'll see as we get down in here to turn 1. No, it just looks like Brent Cruz.
Caution, guys.
Caution with 3 to go in the stage.
You see the leader, Denny Hamlin. Now watch this chain reaction. See Nemechek up here in the 42. 7 gets into him. 42 gets into the 51. Around he goes. Boom, 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 boom.
Left Chastain on the outside looking in.
The big block, Chastain. I wouldn't block that guy. That's exactly right.
And around goes the 4 of Noah Gragson. Off the front bumper of A.J. Allmendinger.
Caution.
Second caution of the day, lap 105. Watch the 4 here. Let's see what happened.
Well, I think it all started with what's beside him. Obviously, Chastain didn't get off of 2 very good. Stenhouse was his inside, got them all up the racetrack. I think Noah's kind of an innocent bystander to that.
Well, Noah kind of went up the racetrack, and Allmendinger was already there and just kind of drove over the front. But I think, like you say, the cars in front of them checked up.
It started with this. See Chastain way to the left for a big block, kind of put him. See, they come up the racetrack. He tried to check up and give him room and got run over.
Got to work hard with not only your race car, but I wouldn't. Oh, we got a
trouble. And
big
Ross
wreck.
Chastain got a huge break with the caution coming out and the lead. Chastain's leaving a little room there to chase Briscoe as he enters the corner.
Oh,
pow! Man. That's one.
I'm telling you what, there's got to be more to that story. Because that right there.
That took about a quarter of the field.
Well, I mean, Bubba Wallace just drove flat through the 77 cars, so I would assume that there was something that happened before that for that type of aggression.
From Bubba Wallace.
Keep coming straight through the middle.
Ended his day.
We're done. Right front's killed.
Although Bubba was off the throttle, all that momentum.
Well, he was off
that stack up.
He was off the throttle after he was in the throttle. Yes. Right here, you can see him just continuously. And then he gets out of the throttle right here to try to get off of him. But man.
All right, behind, going up high and out of the way. White flag waves, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
And as they do every year, Hendrick Motorsports finds a way to put themselves in a position to win. And today it was Alan Gustafson with that pit stop.
That'd be 31. Heartbreaker. 292 laps led by Denny Hamlin.
Off turn 4. Chase Elliott gets his 2nd career win. 22nd career.
Switchback back to the inside and grab that lead back.
Corey Heim, your leader once again. Oh, and around goes Adam Andretti. Caution. I just said we were caution free. I guess that's the announcer jinx. The caution comes out. Big lick for him making his.
See him right there, already into the inside wall, it looks like.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that started, you know, at the exit of turn 2, and we see the contact when he gets into the inside wall.
And that back straightaway is banked here, I think 8 degrees or something like that. So it's somewhat self-cleaning, and that's maybe 2nd faster than our leader, Corey Heim.
Oh, 62 trouble. Caution is out for Michael Christopher Jr.
And that's the gamble we were talking about.
That's just going to put him 1 lap down. So for the trucks that stayed out, it played out perfectly as we see what happened here off of turn 2. And
that's looks like maybe Daniel Hemrick right behind Michael Christopher.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if there was anything there that facilitated that. But
did not see the contact. Could have been contact, but did not see any.
Here's another look at it.
Just the slightest of nudges, wasn't it?
Michael Christopher up off the bottom just a little bit. Daniel Hemrick going for that position and going for that move. And
Michael did a tremendous job avoiding that inside wall.
Michael Christopher was running 24th at the time of the. Dawson Sutton right there as well. Side by side, white flag in the air, final lap. Corey Heim has absolutely dominated this race. Caden Honeycutt in the 11 has yet to win his first career race. Trying to get around Tanner Gray, their teammate. Not enough. Corey Heim gets the advantage. Here they come out of turn number 4. So close, but Corey Heim does it. 20.
We saw last year with the inside was a little. Oh, wow. Parker Retzloff got super loose and gets in the left rear. Justin Allgaier off 2.
Allgaier slosh power between the 2 cars. Here's what we saw.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, that's 3 into 1. We know 2 wide is hard here, being 3 wide and being on the bottom. So this is an aggressive move. So he goes off, and yeah, just the track condenses.
8th.
Right, just lost it there. Being up high on the racetrack, it lacks grip as you get into the gray area up top. But then look at this right there. Tight. Guess who that was? None other than YouTube superstar Cleese McFarland.
Good here. And we go to our Powerball power movers. You see Clements is on the board at +9.
Oh, no!
Man, I feel responsible. Caution number 3. Whelen caution lights are illuminated, and it's for the 51 Clements, who was 9th.
It wiggled and then just goes right there. So slightly odd. You know, we mentioned earlier in the race how at a repave you don't want to go into that gray, but they've really moved the groove up in this racetrack. So that is odd how it just sort of snapped around on him.
Josh Williams gets the free pass. I am here to play, and what we're seeing here this afternoon, very, very impressive as the Whelen caution lights are on. 5th time we've seen him today. And it's for the 96 of Anthony Alfredo, who spent a lot of time right around 15th.
And here's the spin. It was off of 4. He was already really sideways, having an issue, and eventually the car got away. Looks like possibly maybe had a front tire down. Maybe he was trying to get to pit lane late. And then this is
Zach Corey Day, who was 12th at the restart.
Oh, there goes Sieg into Clements, left rear.
Second time today we've seen a getaway from Jeremy Clements. And the Whelen caution lights are on for a 6th time this afternoon.
Having an awesome race as we look back at this. So you'll see Corey Day's going to jet forward. He drove it really hard in the corner trying to clear them. Clements trying to do the smart thing, backed out of it. As you see, the 39 was caught him so quickly, and Ryan just didn't anticipate that correctly. Gets into his left rear and spins him out. The 51 hits the wall in a way to rip apart the rear. Lucky not to get nailed here as he came down the track.
Especially this early in a restart when there's so much traffic. Really nice effort by all these drivers and their spotters to make sure they get through unscathed. Driving or who he's driving for as the caution comes out.
Well,
do I give you and Dylan this one since I took credit for Jeremy Clements?
Possibly.
Cletus McFarland around, 7th yellow of the day, and the Whelen caution lights are on.
Here we're looking back. There's Swalich in the orange, who's the leader. So this is after Cletus had already started his slide.
Boy, Cruz just barely snuck through there as well.
Yeah, yep, so it's about similar to what he did in the testing video. Down into 3. That is the toughest corner entry-wise here at Rockingham. The car gets it. Now they're 3 wide once again. So here's the move. Yeah, so I believe Andrew Patterson maybe didn't know he was there.
By credit, one bank for what's ahead.
This has been an impressive drive, and I think to that restart where he got the better of his teammate, Brent Cruz, around the outside. It was an awesome move. It's put him in this position.
Incredible drive for William Swalich, the 19-year-old. From Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Off of turn 4, sees the checkered flag. His first career victory comes.
Work on the top side, and there's a lot of cautions on the
and he
speedway.
clears it.
3 and 4.
Ben Rhodes
Big
moves
wreck.
into 2nd. We've got a truck around.
I think that's Frankie Muniz is one of them, and Tyler Reif.
Tyler Reif in the 42 truck.
Oh no.
Frankie. Malcolm in the middle is crushed.
Let's see if we can pick this up.
So that's Tyler Reif
on the high side.
on the inside.
Oh, and Muniz tries to get down in a hole that just wasn't quite there, and they go spinning together.
Yeah, that just looks like a miscommunication over space there. I'm sure Frankie didn't know there was a truck on the inside of him. If he did, he was just trying to get to the bottom. So
wow, that was a big
fortunate
hit.
for both of them. Yeah, big game. Oh, Timmy Hill with a bit of this as well. We didn't see that. He got to keep going.
Corey LaJoie has a restart violation. Oh,
and he just got a gift too with this caution coming out.
And the 15 at Tanner Gray goes. Minnie Tyrell in the 14 on the inside.
That's just Bristol for you, as you
around
see.
Goes Andres Perez for the 2nd time during this race. Just action all over the place. There's Ben Rhodes just up ahead, guys. Remember, he had that penalty on pit road. He was back in that mix.
Look at this mess.
Chaos.
See Bell, and Bell wasn't having any of that.
Yeah, this is going to be important for Christian Eckes to clear to go hunt down some of these leaders.
Oh, and look at that.
Again.
And he does. And around goes Butcher, the 13. That brings the caution out for the 6th time. See Cole Butcher.
Butcher just gets loose. See what Ricky finds. Oh, tries to slip through quickly on the bottom. Don't blame him for that. Just couldn't quite get there.
Lane's 3 wide.
Holy cow.
Oh, we got to spin off 4.
Luke Baldwin around.
Looks like perhaps the only truck involved there.
And there's the 2 right behind him, and just...
It's Corey LaJoie trying to recover from that penalty for the restart violation. And at this track, when you're running the bottom like this, if you leave, I mean, hell, if you leave half a car, you know, you're vulnerable for getting moved. But there's no left rear fender left on that truck, so that's just tough racing at this track. But I'm sure Luke Baldwin didn't appreciate that.
Look at Lane Riggs trying to go way up top.
Corey Heim. He's got the, oh my gosh, Corey Heim goes around from the lead, hard into the outside wall, collects Caden Honeycutt. Lane Riggs trucks on the bottom, hitting the inside wall. Caution is out for the 8th time. Look up front.
Wow. There's Christopher Bell nearly crashing, and then right here,
Heim just moves him.
Shoved him out of the way, and you want to be able to get away from a guy. And I think that was just...
I don't know what to think. You know, you look at that and you can easily make a case that Christian's is trying to get back down to the bottom and probably get a close clear and return the favor. Just a ton of laps left to have that, but this is obviously the move for the lead.
The shove up. And maybe, you know, maybe Christian held his line. It looked like maybe Corey Heim came up a bit. Or let's see what we see here.
Yeah, it's
close.
That's a tough call.
The track, oh, we got a spinner up in turn.
Corey LaJoy, it's going to happen right in front of the leader. He's still falling down the racetrack.
Corey LaJoy was running 16th at the time.
You saw a spark under the right rear there. Yeah, I think
he's a veteran. He said something broke, so you know something went away.
I think he's right here.
Again, from Carson Ferguson. Let's go on
He had
board.
to miss every race tonight.
There he is in the 25 truck. Here's a look at it. White flag will go in the air this time for Christopher Bell. It's been since 2017 since he's tasted victory driving a truck.
Look at Chandler Smith.
A half lap still to go. Chandler Smith is close. And he does it. Christopher Bell wins.
He's there. I didn't know if he got maybe hit there from Ryan Sieg a little bit.
Oh, yeah, they're scrambling back in the pack. One car is around. That's the 91 car, Mason Maggio. And the first caution of the day is out.
When you can, leaders out of 4.
You see Mason Maggio on the bottom.
Oh, he gets a little high, sideways.
Oh, he had to chase it a little bit.
Yeah, you know, in a lot of respects, he just sort of lost it there.
Pace car back in, field rolling into the Echo Park. Guy running 4th, and we go under yellow again. Wheel and caution lights are on. And it's Logan Bearden, it appears. Here's a look at what happened.
Yeah, oh, they're synchronized spinning. Pirouette. Oh, is that what it's called? Yeah. Okay.
Caution.
7th time tonight. Wheel and caution lights are on. Greg Gaulding in the 74.
Let's take a look at this. There's Greg Gaulding up at the top. That red car on the top side.
Oh, a little contact
Jesse
there.
Love moves up the racetrack.
It's crazy that Gray didn't hit anything getting turned halfway down the front stretch, going backwards at over 100 miles an hour. Oh, that's a terrible feeling to have.
He was running 29th.
Jesse Love was just inside the top 15.
That's one of those situations where even though you're going backwards and getting crashed, you never stop driving.
Top side, unbelievable.
See Brandon Jones right here.
Caution's out.
Caution out once again. For the 8th time, wheel and caution lights are on around the racetrack.
Really impressed at the speed out of the 1 and the 19 on those old tires. I thought it was going to be a little easier.
Well, he comes down the racetrack as Blaine Perkins was coming up the racetrack. They meet. Very similar to what we saw with Jesse Love and Greg Gaulding.
High lane in the 88 of Larson.
And it's going to take something similar to what he did.
Gave it away. Got a little sideways, and that's all the gap the 1 needs.
What a relief for Connor Zilic now.
He did exactly what he needed to do. Let the other 2 make mistakes. We don't see very many from Larson. White flag is out. 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Connor Zilic, awesome job.
Amazing.
Yep, great job putting that all together.
Back in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series on a part-time basis this year, but back in a familiar place. Out of turn 4, checkered flag. Connor Zilic wins at Bristol. Connor Zilic, the winner of the Suburban Propane 300.
Bell is around between turns 1 and 2.
He's been in a wall. Look at the right sides of those tires. Is it toe links broke or
all right, caution's out. We'll get caught up. Caution's out.
Oh, he just got loose right there, Clint.
When he got on the gas, car come around, got in a wall.
Bergen, Nemechek, Bowman, and Todd Gilliland scoots away. Cody Ware was near it, but I don't think he was in it.
And watch him. Starts right in front of this pack, gets sideways, getting into the corner.
Loose.
Around, they start checking up to try to avoid him and got collected. Alex Bowman nowhere to go, right in his lap. Just came right out from underneath of him, didn't he, Kev?
And we saw the same thing out of Christopher Bell's car. And, you know, when we heard the drivers, and you see Bell go by right there, heard the drivers talking about what they felt. And they're just talking about the cars being light on their feet. And now that traction compound is starting to wear out, and you see that with Shane's car, just backslides right out from underneath him. Very similar, just a different spot to the 20 car of Christopher Bell's speed. Yeah, and you can see right there the 35 is already into the back bumper of the 8. I'm not sure if the 8 had to check up or if something happened before this, but just a little bit of contact right there, and around goes Kyle Busch. There you go. You see it again right there. Just, it doesn't take much. We've seen how light on their feet these cars are today. And Kyle Busch goes around, and then you see Eric Jones get on the brake, and car goes around on him.
Then you're going to see
Michael McDowell.
Bell hit the wall again. Boy, he's ready for this race to be over.
What happened to the 88?
Yeah, you see him right up against the fence up there, got into the wall, got into the trash, broke the toe link. And around she goes, Clint.
Yep.
The Cup rookie had been on and off the lead lap. Got the free pass a couple of times early today.
Oh, well, that looked different from that angle.
Turn 2, around goes Chase Elliott.
Rolling, hold your line, hold your line.
And Larry, that changes everything.
Yes, it does, Mike, because we basically have almost 90 laps on these tires right here. We only have 13 drivers on the lead lap. I think you're going to see it all over the place.
See him at the top of your screen right at the Sunoco sign.
Same thing we've seen.
Round she comes.
Those cars just get over those bumps right there in the middle of that corner and lack of grip.
For Kyle Larson, the decision was to come in here and get tires as they come into the pits.
And tried to check up, and Larson hit him.
Hit your marks, kid.
3.5 laps to go. Ty Gibbs has an O'Reilly Series championship.
Got him wrecked up.
And a caution in turn 1, Riley Herbst. Oh, goodness.
Roles reversed here, boys.
Yeah. Now with the payback, that was 185 laps in the making. They're even on the restart.
Got to pay attention to that 5 car. Do not let him to your right rear. Great job by Ty Gibbs so far. Just don't need to slip up right here. Coming to the white flag.
3 wide behind him. White flag. 1 lap to go. Gibbs with the launch off the corner. Takes it high into turn 3. Blaney hugs the yellow line on the bottom.
He's gonna
side by side.
Got him.
Ty Gibbs is a NASCAR Cup Series winner.
What a great, fantastic finish.
But we're going to find out together.
All Junior Motorsports front row. We talked about it. Quapple outside, Byron inside. We are racing at Kansas.
Well, the guy that was ready was Corey Day. Yeah. Big shot to the back of the 1 car, trying to get him out in front.
It was an awkward start all around. A couple cars getting into each other. You got 3 wide back there.
Well, that's Brent Cruz.
Oh, yeah, he's going
that
back
bright
fast.
green-blue machine. First ever start on 1.5 miles, trying to gather it up.
Yeah, you mentioned him being aggressive. He was right in the rear bumper of Quapple as they got in the restart zone. And you're going to see that 17 just go to the outside. That's where everyone in Cup qualifying was up there. Gets to the outside, his right rear, has a huge amount of momentum and clears both him and William Byron to take the lead.
Corey Day, the young driver from California that jumps to P1, leads the opening lap. Byron side by side for second. Josh Balicki out of line.
Oh, and that's going to burn up a valuable set of tires.
Still green. Just hold the brake.
Finally we get the caution and upside down is Carson Quapple. Barrel rolling down the back straightaway.
Oh, my goodness.
How in the world? See, is that Allgaier to his outside? You see William Byron to his inside right here. Oh, he just got a little loose. Oh, it's just the contact with the outside wall, and then Retzloff hit him in the rear, and man, you just don't see that very often at a track of this size, but get a little bit of air under the car, and then you're just along for the ride as those tires start to bite. That's what creates the roll.
And you see all the flaps that deploy there to try and keep that car on the ground, but when he gets hit by Retzloff there at that angle, the air gets underneath and sort of isn't able to, the flaps are not able to help, right? Once that air gets underneath, that's a 3,400-pound car that just suddenly flips up, into the air and it looks almost weightless in some respects.
Now we're ready for the restart here. Corey Day takes the outside lane, Allgaier to his left. Row 2, Byron Taylor Gray.
Corey Day,
great start.
Yeah, super good launch. Again, on the outside, those tires only had a couple of laps on them, but good launch. And you mentioned it, you get on the outside, you have that momentum, but you got to make sure you get them cleared off turn 2 or you might not be in the preferred position.
Now to the inside of William Byron, 3 wide off the corner. He was going for 3 or 4 cars in one corner there for Jesse Love.
39, Ryan Sieg started outside the top 10. So did Brandon Jones, and they're already working on spots inside the top 5. What a start to the race for that duo.
Right now for Coles, we see a battle for third. Brandon Jones.
He's flying.
He is flying.
This place has been all about Joe Gibbs Racing. Teammates going at it here. Jones around Taylor Gray. I mentioned the success for Jones, but overall, 14 wins here, 14 of the last 19 for Joe Gibbs Racing at Kansas Speedway.
The balance may be just a little tight because ideally the quickest line around here is to enter really high, like you see him right here, and then ride the wall almost all the way around the corner. You can venture off just a little bit, but as you see the 7 get that little bit of a run down through the middle.
I was going to say it. It's coming. You want to hang on because we're going to get the comp caution, and you want to be in control of this race. So the Whelen caution lights are on for a second time tonight. The first one for the incident on lap 2. And now we get the comp caution because we didn't have practice in qualifying yesterday. Want to give everybody a chance to reset here, come down and get a set of tires.
You see Brandon Jones stop in his box, the middle of your screen. He said, I kept building tight center exit. He said, but I love my entry, so don't hurt that. They'll take tires, fuel, slight air pressure adjustment. Corey Day there at the bottom, fighting tight off. He said, I definitely need more turn, but he said, I was beating my stuff up there running the top. I definitely need to make it live longer.
And now the progressive race off pit road. And look at that. I mean, Brandon Jones just right on cue. +2. Day goes to second. Corey Day gives up the front row to restart in the outside lane. Here they are, Poet restart zone. Jones and Gray on the front row.
Great restart there by Taylor Gray on the bottom. See if he can stay beside Brandon Jones.
Day wants a repeat of the start of the race when he goes to the outside and gets the lead, but it's going to be Brandon Jones in charge. Maybe another kiss for the 17. Allgaier back by for third. Here comes Brent Cruz. As those two were messing around, Cruz said, okay, I'll come up and join the party.
Yeah, that pass is so hard to make. You saw the momentum that Corey Day had on the outside, and if you're Brent Cruz and you're in that position, 17's been on the top all day long.
It's not there, but I believe Jesse starts to get a little lower. Not quite. Right
he
there.
Does right here.
A little bit. That's what I thought I saw. So, yeah, he gets down on his right rear and loosens up Austin.
And then Austin was going to be okay, and then Swallowage came through there, got him in the left rear tire. You see the damage it did to the 18. Austin starts to chase that just a little bit as Jesse's getting right on his door. I think I'm going to agree with you.
It's going to be a tense meeting.
That meeting's going to be, why are we doing this 38 laps in?
I'll remember that. We're done. Something broke in the left rear.
Yeah, well, when you watch it on TV, you're going to see the same that we did. It looked like you got pinched down a little bit, and it makes it even harder when it is your teammate, especially, Parker, when you come to a track that's as wide as this. A lot of options there.
3 laps to settle it in stage 1. Here they come to the Poet restart zone. Brandon Jones controls from the outside.
Good start by both of those guys, both Gray and Brandon Jones. You see them getting locked together.
Great job by the whole field there. No real checkups or spinning the tires. You see some of those newer tires like Jesse Love making big moves towards the back there. He might actually get back to the top 10.
Brandon Jones so fast through the middle of turns 1 and 2, was able to get clear outside of Taylor Gray. A little further back, you see him 4 wide.
Big wiggle for Corey Day there on the bottom. Just got up to the left rear
No, three wide.
This is for second, right down the boulevard. Justin Allgaier between Day and Gray going for second.
Allgaier in a great position right here. You can see that 17 all yawed out on the bottom of Corey Day as Allgaier has to check up.
Brandon Jones leading laps here at Kansas for the 5th consecutive race, and he's going to lead lap 45, which gets him the green and white checkered flag and the victory in stage number 1. Day was second, Allgaier third. How about Allgaier? Top 5 stage this year, but 1.
Brandon Jones, that bright yellow 20 car, he said overall neutral, but did chatter the tires and got tight with that refire. No major adjustments. They'll take tires, put fuel in that machine. You see Corey Day, bottom of your screen, he said it feels fine. Maybe just a little dirty air is causing a slight handling issue. We'll take a chassis adjustment you see right there, as well as air pressure on the 17.
Jesse Love wins the race off Progressive Pit Road because they only took 2 tires here after taking 2 at lap 40. So he goes +3, that's the good news. The bad news is those drivers that pitted with him at lap 40 and got 4 tires stay out here flipping the stage. He'll be behind them on the restart. 9 cars in all stay out, and they had all taken 4 tires at lap 40. Look at this, tight coming off the pit lane at Kansas. Getting ready for the restart in stage 2. First 8 cars pitted at lap 40 and got 4 tires. They stayed out when the stage wrapped in stage 1. Jesse Love got those 2 tires. He's restarting 9th. Brandon Jones restarts from 10th, won the race off pit road, and they were dancing through the Poet restart zone.
It was a big checkup on the outside lane there. It was like Alfredo didn't quite get going when everyone expected it. Harrison Burton had a big checkup and it accordion through the whole backside of the field. You saw cars getting out of line. Somehow all got away with it.
Not just to those cars, but also with a little bit fresher tires. These guys will be going as wide as they can. William Byron going up trying to get by Anthony Alfredo.
But Jeb Burton hanging tough in that inside lane. Alfredo trying to get the race lead. Brandon Jones on 4 fresh tires has led the most laps tonight. Couple of laps into the stage under green. Here comes the 20. He is strong. Going to second. He'll probably have the lead by the time we get to the start-finish line.
Yeah, and the strategy of the 88, they wanted to get out in front, maybe build a 1 or 2 second lead, but you see right now the fastest car on the track, Brandon Jones, right behind him with better tires.
He didn't quite get there by the start-finish line. I'm glad I didn't bet the over-under. But here he is off of turn 2, looking for the top spot, going after 2017 champion William Byron.
And the right side of your screen is 3 wide, 2 rows there for 1 second. Just a gaggle of cars all going in different places right now, with Brent Cruz on the top side, Corey Day on the bottom, as Brandon Jones down the inside.
I meant the next time around at the start-finish line. Brandon Jones back in the race lead and in control, maybe. Boy, I'll tell you, Byron not giving it up in the 88.
Yeah, Jones has the better tires, has the grip, finally is able to clear him right here. And Adam, I think you're a great play-by-play, but your crew chiefing skills, the fact that you called that and said they were going to come back in and get the lefts, and that's what happened. That might be the highlight of my race so far.
I was channeling my inner Danny Downforce. Hey, it's time to go full
throttle. Makes you loose into turn 3. Kim, do you have more of the 20?
Oh!
And now the Wheeling caution lights are on. We'll get with Kim in a moment. It's yellow number 5 of the night. Anthony Alfredo.
Stay up.
A tire issue, and he goes into the wall.
Yeah, you see it go down right there. All the debris fly out on the front stretch. Worst, one of the worst spots for the right front to go down through the tri-oval right there. There was about a lap prior, the 87 car had some smoke of Austin Green. He got to pit lane. I don't know if maybe there was debris on the track or something he could have hit there. I think the 87 was maybe blowing up and had an engine issue, so possibly something that Alfredo ran over.
Sam Mayer was 11th making a pit stop. Here's Kim.
Yeah, Sam Mayer saying we're just a little free overall. The higher we won, the freer we are. They were optimistic, though, about this race. This is their Vegas car. They had a great race in Vegas. In fact, they said this car has been great to us, so Sam Mayer taking service right now.
Restart with 19 laps to go in our second stage. Already 41 laps out front for Brandon Jones tonight.
You saw Jesse Love kind of starting to move Jones up. Jones trying to move him down. Watch right here through the middle of 1 and 2, though. That 20 car is so fast right through the middle, able to gas it up. Byron's going to have a run here. Does he do anything with it? He's going to get to the inside now of Love, heading down into turn 3 and trying to clear him.
Restarts at Kansas, the land of opportunity.
No gain essentially from the restart, so perfect situation for him considering his tire situation.
All clear.
Corey Day strong early, trying to make his way back up after losing track position in that cycle of stops, riding with Creed. A little shot to the tail side from Justin Allgaier. These drivers racing from 5th on back. Brandon Jones in charge, closing on 50 laps led in this one, won the opening stage. William Byron, that contact early, was second, but he's going to lose that spot to Sheldon Creed, who comes through in the 0-0. 0-0 on those better tires, and that might be starting to show something late in the run as well. Love hanging in 4th, Sammy Smith in the top 5, and Brent Cruz gets a bit of it there. That 2 more than a kiss.
Ooh, that
right
was,
in front of Dean Thompson.
That was a pretty good hit right there.
But they're such short stints compared to what you see in the final stage of a 300-mile, mile-and-a-half race. Last year, Jones came on in the final stage to win it, but he's been dominant stage 1 and stage 2 tonight. An advantage of 2.5 seconds with 7 laps to go in our second run of the evening.
See, Brandon Jones is going to get that off of his grill right here before he comes down.
Yeah, he'll do that, and then he'll take the green and white checkered flag. Stage sweep for Brandon Jones. Only second time in his career he's done that. Did it in 2020 at Fontana. Good race here for 5th in the stage. Day finishing in front of Sammy Smith. Creed got to 2nd after starting in the rear. He gets stage points
to help his front turn and rear stick. Kim?
Well, Dylan, for the stage sweeper, Brandon Jones, he said when the wind died down, the car started to come to me, but he said same trends as before, starts to go tight, and then you see Sheldon Creed in the 0-0 at the very bottom. He said, I'm good, but I could be a little better if I had more right rear stick, center off. I'm just too free to commit to the throttle, so they'll try and give a little security with an air pressure adjustment. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel.
Pit road advantage, name of the game last year when Brandon Jones won here. In control coming in, and once again the pit crew does their job. Race off progressive pit road. Creed is 2nd, Love +1, Allgaier lost 1, +2 for Taylor Gray. Brandon Jones closing on 70 laps led, has swept the stages. Can he finish the deal? Final stage, off and rolling. Here comes the 20 in control again.
Oh, they're going to make it 4 wide now, going down into turn 1.
Taylor Gray painting the white line, middle of Sheldon Creed, and once again center corner off. Brandon Jones flexing his muscles, 20 trying to get control in the outside lane.
Look at the momentum that Creed's going to have on the bottom. He's going to try to slide up in front of Jones right here.
New race leader from the back to the front, going for the dash for cash. Sheldon Creed leading at Kansas.
See, he's now moved down, kind of running the middle.
Oh, wow! There goes Sammy Smith. Day sideways as well. Ryan Seed goes for a ride. Everybody trying to keep it off the wall. Minimal damage. Caution number 7 as the Whelen caution lights illuminate one more time.
Looks like Corey here, as we take a look back, just gets to that left rear, which is a super vulnerable place for the car that you get close to. And Sammy just loses all the air on that rear spoiler when he gets the air packed on the left rear.
Creed coming from the outside lane. 95 to go as we run it through the Poet restart zone.
Looked like that top lane was almost locked together as you see Taylor Gray giving Creed a big shove down into turn 1.
Here, flashing to the inside of his teammate Jones for 2nd.
That's the first time we've seen the 20 passed really all night long. As you see Allgaier
happening again.
Yeah, Allgaier getting a big run on the top. The 7 car coming to life at the right time tonight.
Apparently that encouragement works. Got a great restart, went to the top side, and he is catching Sheldon right now by 2/10 the last lap. It was a 10th the lap before. He is reeling in that 0-0 Sheldon Creed.
Well, we celebrate the success of Jason Ratcliffe and what he's done with his 54 team as Brent Cruz in the 19 goes by Sam Mayer for 6th. Taylor Gray 1/2 second behind. Allgaier, Jones, Cruz, your top 5. William Byron been quiet tonight, making his 2nd start of the year, driving the 88 for Junior Motorsports. You do need to make a pit stop in this final stage. A lot of times we see it under green, and typically you start to see that window open right around 60 laps remaining.
You and him.
As Brandon Jones gets to the inside of Justin Allgaier here, probably clear him down before into turn 1. We just ticked into the longest green flag run of the day to explain how crazy this day has been. That's 22 laps, longest of the day right here.
Here he is looking to the inside. Sammy Smith had the problems. He's fallen off the lead lap. They easily go by him. And Jones looking for the runner-up spot as we look towards 60 laps to go.
Gosh, you can see the speed in that 20 car.
Corey goes to the bottom,
he can't
doesn't
complete
clear
it. He's like, cut me a break, buddy. We got the same sponsor. Come on.
I thought he was going to get it easy. Couldn't close the deal.
Needs to be able to slide up in front of him right here.
Yeah, we'll be curious to see how many more of the leaders this brings down here. Jesse Love next up. The only thing really they were talking about was trying to improve his minimum speed in the center of the corner. They got the entry a little bit better. The middle was still too slow. You see the wrench in the back window. They're going to make a chassis adjustment just to try to help that 2-car get rotated. 4 tires and fuel for Jesse Love.
Love was racing for a spot in the top 5 when he gave up position to come down. Here's Justin Allgaier. He was in the top 5. He's making his pit stop. 55 to go, Dylan.
And the very first stall here off the exit of turn number 4. We told you about them improving the short run and the fire off. Justin said we moved the needle on that fire off, but at the end of that long run, I was paying the price for it. They'll go around and change 4 tires and add fuel as well. Looks like some air pressure and tape for the 7.
William Byron was making his stop, and here come the top 2. Jones had closed all the way down. Sheldon Creed in front of him. Scheduled stops coming with 53 laps to go, Kim.
Yeah, and really the first big complaints from Brandon Jones of the night. He said, laterally, I'm loose on exit. He said it's really bad, so he'll look for an adjustment here. His pit crew has been one of the best, if not the best, all night, looking to get time made up on pit road. As you see Sheldon Creed stopping in his box. He said, starting to build a little tighter quarter to center later this run. He also had a message for his spotter. He said, do a better job on getting lappers out of the way. A little frustration from the driver of the 00.
So Corey Day gets the pit stop. We're watching Taylor Gray, who has cycled up to 3rd now in the running order, but will be the race leader. And we just got confirmation when the 20 of Brandon Jones came down. Uncontrolled tire. We've been celebrating this team all night long. They have been outstanding all year, but a miscue here on a green flag stop in the final stage of the race.
I saw this as we were showing his stop. The tire rolls away from the car here on the right side. I wondered if NASCAR would call this. So as you see, he's in his pit stall. And see this tire right there just start to roll out into pit road. The crew member grabs it, but that's too far. That's an uncontrolled tire.
That's heartbreak. Maybe the best car all night long, but his teammate and Jason Ratcliffe have made the call of the race so far, put that car in the right position. Well, we talked about the difference, pitting early, it was almost 2 seconds a lap at the initial. Right now, Creed's running about 2/10 a lap.
Oh! Ryan C was trying to get on the pit road. Lost it.
He might be okay, though. He's got it going.
Able to hang on to it, no caution. He gives up the top spot, has it get away from him, coming down the pit lane, so it all cycles back now. Taylor Gray in charge of the field in front of Jeb Burton, who still needs to pit.
Justin slowly making up 2 to 3/10 a lap. He was 6.5 seconds back.
Yeah, it's now maybe going to go inside of 5 seconds here with what he's doing. Very impressive for Allgaier.
Well, we talked about it was a half second. He's only 1 second back. Creed is right now. And honestly, the best thing that can happen for Allgaier is for these 2 guys to start racing. They get side by side because it'll just take a lap or 2 to suck Justin in, who's only 1.8 seconds back right now.
I mean, Justin was over 6 seconds back when we began this run after the green flag pit stops, and now it's under 2 seconds, 1.6. This is incredible. The rally for Allgaier, the rally for Creed, and Gray trying to hold him off. 12 laps to go this time by. That's Brennan Poole making his 200th career start tonight, running 19th, and Gray can't get by.
Brennan's going to make it difficult because he's running that very top line. Taylor's going to have to sail it off in here and see if he can clear him, but he can't. This is huge right here. Creed is going to have lots of momentum. That's a tough pass. I don't know if the 54 car can do that.
But he lost his momentum, and once he did, he just is stuck below Brennan Poole there. He's sliding right now. They have a lot of laps on these tires, doesn't quite have the grip. He's got to gather it back up and make another run at it to get the momentum as he turns down off of 2 here.
But Brennan's got a good exit by running that top line. See what it does here. Can he clear him?
You know Gray's on the radio yelling to the spotter.
Screaming at
Get
him, let me
out
go.
of my way. Gray is all clear. Let's listen to the radio.
Stay locked in here. Trying to get some help.
2 to go. He's got a half a second lead over Sheldon Creed.
Yeah, I've been surprised Creed hasn't tried something like running the wall, like you mentioned, because he just isn't quite getting there. Oh, there's a bit of a lap traffic. He didn't quite check up Taylor Gray, and Creed actually lost a little bit of time in those last 2 corners.
Well, Taylor's done an exceptional job of keeping his composure with all this lap traffic, not trying to force the issue. Obviously doesn't have the quickest car on the track because of the tire deficit, but an awesome job so far.
And there's the white flag, sponsored by Credit One Bank for what's ahead. One more time around for Taylor Gray. Oh, the
there
stress.
He goes. Look, he's on the wall. He's doing it.
The stress, the anxiety of trying to hang on for a victory.
It's so
Sheldon
awesome.
Creed giving it all he's got. Down the back straightaway. Turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Some lap cars ahead, but they shouldn't play a role. Taylor Gray off of 4, back to the start-finish line. He gets his 2nd career victory at Kansas Speedway.
Ahead for him, led 35 laps, hits from the lead, down and away.
Ryan Blaney with a new Jackman gets hit. Actually, he hits Allmendinger as AJ was coming into his pit. Blaney was full accelerating coming out.
Pull forward, then back and stall. Make sure you put the right tires on the right side, guys.
42 laps complete. Here's Blaney pulling out as Allmendinger tries to get in, and they collide on pit road. Reddick somehow has enough gas in the tank to hang on to it, and now mounts a charge. Reddick coming back after him, a spinner, turn 4. First yellow flag of the day for cause.
You just can't make this stuff up.
Cannot script this.
Green, green, green.
Oh, Hamlin gets a great restart, but he's got no pusher.
Almost too good. Watch Larson. Here he comes.
Larson looking low and gets there. He and Reddick will battle.
Block that 20 on the outside. Missed the block, Reddick.
Bell with the head of steam on the outside, gets hit by Reddick, bounces off the wall, holds on but denies Hamlin. Clear track for the 5. Kyle Larson.
Coming around. Still green, coming to the white flag.
Now, if the leader takes the white under green, the next flag ends the race.
Yeah,
One car spins at the entrance of pit road, down on the apron.
White flag's out.
Leaders head into turn 1.
Reddick with a huge run to the bottom of the racetrack.
Track is clear.
Here comes Hamlin on that outside. Oh, he's in the fence.
wall.
Look at Reddick. Race is on down the backstretch, Mike.
Toyota Chevy up front. Here comes Briscoe with their sport tires, 3rd on the inside, digging hard. Reddick slides up in front of Larson, and the pole sitter is going to come to the line for win number 5.
What a great job by Tyler Reddick.
You see Jesse Love already moving around, trying to manipulate the lanes, stall a lane out, pull a lane along wherever he wants that.
And remember, the only thing you've done is 1 lap in qualifying or 2. If you,
we go out. Patrick Starpoli into the wall. Lap 1, early caution at Talladega.
Lock it down. Lock it down.
Looks like only 2 cars involved. Patrick looks like he'll be done. That was heavy contact to the outside wall.
Qualified 14 series of NASCAR, other end of the spectrum. The rookie Patrick Starpoli is where it started, getting into the wall.
Yeah, you see the car just go sort of wiggle there. I think that's Sawalich behind him. And I think if you look at where he was getting hit in the left rear. That's usually not the way you want to get bumped at all, but he was most likely checking up for some of the cars in front of them. And this is sort of that accordion effect we sometimes see. Yeah, right there. He's obviously trying not to get pushed. potentially. And I'm saying that because I just know in that feeling there, especially farther back in the pack, when you're rows back, there's some unwanted pushing happening, especially early on, that can cause incidents like this.
Like Tyler Ankrum making his first ever start, driving that 32 for Jordan Anderson. Also got some damage right in there with Jeb Burton able to sneak through. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Mayer, Day, and Creed fighting for the win.
It's going to be all about how can you time the push from behind you for these front 3. You got to get that help from behind. You got to time it perfectly to have the momentum. It's a 17 clear, Sheldon Creed.
Corey Day in a perfect position right here. He's going to have Creed behind him, giving him a push. Are these lap down cars going to play a factor? I want all you can give me right now. I don't care how loose I get. Just give me the biggest shove you can.
There goes Mayer, out of line. If the caution comes out, the race is over. Day is out front. They continue to crash behind him. Brent Cruz is there. Sheldon Creed is there. No caution yet. There's the yellow. Wow. Corey Day out front. His first career victory comes at Talladega Superspeedway. How about that?
As there always is, final lap in the draft.
Yeah, Sam Mayer, that wasn't a push. You see contact from the 18 right there. Got him, shot a huge hit onto the inside wall.
And then you see sort of the calamity that occurs in the midst of the pack there. Jeb Burton got the wall, then C gets turned up into him, and a lot of cars get collected. This situation of Sam Mayer, Sawallich had just moved to the top. Sam was doing everything he could to cover because he knew it's you either do or you don't, right? In that moment, you have to cover that if you're going to stay there.
Oh, for Brent Cruz.
Gosh, it looked to me like as it breaks out first, and then
we get down this final lap, you take every run and you don't check up and you just hope it works. And if you're in front of those runs, you take every block and hope it works out because you just know if you take the map,
helping Brent
run, it can lead to being in victory lane.
Look at that run Sammy Smith had on the bottom, helping Brent Cruz. Harrison Burton, the back tires come off the ground. That's a huge flush hit with the outside wall.
Oh,
Jeb Burton's car destroyed. This would be a great perspective. See, he got into the outside wall, a little bit bogging down.
The separation of success and failure at Talladega.
We need a win bad.
4 wide. Through turns 1 and 2 and all the way down the back. Thrown away, and Wallace is in the wall after contact.
Right in front of the pack. Blaney's around. Logano's around. They're all wrecking. This is the big one. That's the whole field.
4 cars were in front of that crash. 1 car, McDowell, was behind it.
I mean, there's only 4 cars that are not in this crash.
It's a parking lot down here.
Priest comes to the line with Busher.
He moves up into the middle lane in front of Blaney. Now Wallace follows suit. That checks them all up. And as they get to Bubba, you've got the inertia 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars all slamming into Bubba Wallace. And as soon as they touched him, he was already in trouble, in my opinion. That car was loose. We saw it several times. And as soon as they touched him, away it went. Wrecked the whole field. That's a big one. Yeah, I mean, you take that inertia clear back to Cindric back there in the bright yellow car. Watch this. As they get to him, you see Chastain getting, and see them 4 cars pull away. It was actually 3 cars, but they pulled right up to the bumper of the 1 car, and as they collectively got to him, they all hit the 23 is basically what happens.
In real time, at speed, and you see just how little anyone has time to react. From on board, Joey Logano.
More confident if you're these guys because you missed what you.
Trouble! Hard hit in the wall for Ty Gibbs.
I'm wondering if that car, that had a lot of damage on the front. It almost looked like a right front failure.
And thankfully he is okay.
That's as hard a hit as you can have, isn't it? Be able to see him. I think there he is at the right side of your screen. You see the damage already on the front. The tire let go. See it go down on the right front. Blew a right front.
Oh, and that's Tyler Reddick way up in turn 2. We're going to stay green unless NASCAR spots debris, but I believe he did have contact up there.
Obviously.
So what I was getting ready to say is these types of things are what happen when you have tore up body panels and braces come loose, cautions out.
A lot of the kind of the same thing that, yep, right front, you can see him start to go up, much like we saw with Gibbs, but a lot better scenario. There it's down.
Yeah, and you see, and that's why the caution came.
The chain in that line.
Your hope is that.
Oh! Eric Jones goes for a wild ride after contact and keeps it off the wall. Gets to pit road, and we are still green.
And you see just a little bit off center right there, and just gets into the back of him and shoots him to the left.
43 stuck.
Well, that reshuffled the
right here. Guys on the bottom aren't really connected, but that 3 car is going to get to the back bumper of the 48.
The 9's going to create another situation for this outside. He's coming on him.
Long ways to the start-finish line still.
Hocevar edging up on the bottom. They're 3 wide. Priest contact. 4 cars into the wall. Leaders coming to the line. Number 13, first-time winner, Carson Hocevar. Here's the win.
And you see those lanes just got broke up right there, and he had enough of a lead to put himself out there all by himself.
Stenhouse got out there 3 wide, got away from Buescher. Here's how it unfolded.
It started with Austin Dillon and Zane Smith. Zane Smith got to his inside. It really deteriorated all that line. Austin was forced to try to make something happen on the outside. You knew something was going to happen.
Hang on to it, get an adjustment. He's not totally out of the game with that kind of pace, as bad as it sounds it is.
Yeah, what you don't want to do is, well, here's his caution. This is going to be his opportunity.
Corey Roper back in a truck for the first time in 3.5 years and didn't go.
Nose there. I'll see if we can get a push.
Here's the incident. Around he goes in turn number 4.
Brandon Jones had a solid number 1 truck in practice, and
oh no,
Cole Butcher.
Cole Butcher goes around. That'll bring out the 3rd caution tonight.
Get him fired up here.
And gets into his
teammate, but he saves it.
Yeah, just down on the bottom, and
these trucks, man, they squish so much when they hit the wall. Look how soft the back of this thing is. Boop. Really crushed a lot. In his mirror, Carson's just in his mirror, following him everywhere he goes. Ah, and the caution's out. Dang it, that was going to get fun.
Chris Wright, big damage.
Right
looked
front
like
down.
maybe it already scraped the wall or something, because he definitely lost a right front tire.
That's why he was able to catch.
Tyler
a caution
Ingram
here.
Goes around. Caution is out for the 6th time.
Nice spin there without any contact. Nice spin there without any contact for Tyler.
Well,
Ben Rhodes.
Ben was in there. He definitely had position there, and
what a great save, though. He never quit driving that thing. Kept his foot on the gas.
Did a good job standing on the gas.
Wow.
Those rear tires just spinning.
Advantage of that.
Got to tight clear him. Oh my goodness, tight.
And then he got out of the way.
Gio Ruggiero's back in the mix.
Oh, no.
Stuart Friesen goes around. Trucks through the infield.
The grass completely destroyed Enfinger's truck.
Oh, that Enfinger.
Stuart Friesen was running in the...
He says bumps. A bump started working the back of Stuart Friesen's truck and got it loose. Just spun him around.
That's a shame. He had such a great run going. And watch
Chandler
does a good job missing him, but that grass, man. If I had a nickel for every time I've seen the grass knock the front of a...
Great run. Lane Riggs still digging there outside.
Oh, no.
Caution.
Caution's out here on the front straightaway.
Caution is out. We got a slow truck. We got a couple of trucks around. There it is right there. Jake Garcia with big damage. Got some
wall already back there.
Justin
Haley.
Haley.
He's trying to pit.
Oh.
Got cleaned out.
Oh, Justin Haley hit the infield grass and just destroyed the front end of that Ram.
What a mess.
Yeah, it looks like a very similar thing.
Different trucks with a lot of damage. We'll step aside. Oh.
Down, and then he tries to come down pit road.
And then he got clobbered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that wasn't a good decision.
You got to stay on the... Oh,
that
golly, that's a hit.
But he's
underneath him. Here comes Honeycutt to the bottom.
Carson Hocevar at the white flag. 3 wide behind him.
Look at those guys.
Honeycutt on the bottom.
Hocevar's got a huge lead here.
Sideways, and he hangs on to it. Gio Ruggiero was
going to lose a ton of
sideways.
spots. Hocevar is checked out.
It's over, baby.
Falls back to 9th. Meanwhile, up front, Carson Hocevar loves what he's seeing. Out of turn number 4. First career Cup Series win came last week, and what a celebration. He wins it Friday night.
This race just has all the grip. It takes a few laps to lay the rubber. Oh, Taylor Gray sideways.
3 wide, and here we go. Opening lap, we've got a crash.
Lock it down. Lock
Corey
it down.
Day,
Locked.
last week's winner. Damaged race car, and the guy that got the checkered flag 2 weeks ago, Taylor Gray, sideways as well.
See, went up and somebody maybe got in the back of someone else there. 3 wide. You see Sammy Smith inside of Taylor Gray.
But watch Corey Day here. He's up there just fighting on the outside. Brent Cruz, he's just a little high, and that's what we're talking about. It's so treacherous, this racetrack, because it just has moments where there's very little grip. He talks about hitting ice. It gets dirty outside the main groove, and it just, for whatever reason, takes time to clean it up. That's the same thing here for Taylor Gray and Carson Quapple there.
Well, we
have
too high. Two different instances here. We had some contact here with Carson Quapple and Taylor Gray. Corey Day just got too high, and the track flattens out. You mentioned it being dirty there, and you know you're going to wreck for a long time, as we see. Taylor had to check up just a little bit.
But I think part of what Taylor's trying to do there is not be that high.
Right,
so he's trying to crowd back down. He doesn't want to be up there. You have Carson Quapple who's trying to fill that gap but has nowhere else to go. He's 3 wide, and so you end up with 3 cars in the spot for 2.
State Water Heaters onboard camera riding with Jeb Burton.
Oh, Jeb.
Got to think there was maybe a little contact there with Swalich. Saw him get spun around as we're riding on board. Taylor Gray, you see him trying to catch it inside of the car.
Did a pretty good job, really hanging on to it.
He came out the best of all these guys.
Carson Burton making a play.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Brad Perez already had contact, then another hard hit into the wall. Caution number 3, and we've not even reached lap 20. 45, LeVar Scott, and another slide for Austin Green in the 87.
What is going on here? Brad maybe just got a little loose
off of
on
4,
the exit of 4.
Back. Yeah, so here's Brad up top of the screen. You see he's just loose already right there. Then comes down in Austin Green.
Oh, this is huge right here. This quad oval, that angle.
Really vicious hit.
Gosh, look at the back of that car come off the ground.
And such a shame for Brad, who gets such limited starts, works so hard to get these opportunities to be in these race cars, does a great job on social media, works multiple jobs, puts it all together. And to have this happen, usually you don't hear about Brad Perez wrecking race cars.
Oh, Jeb is so lucky. Dylan referenced it in the start of the show. You cannot go through the grass. We saw last night in the Truck Series how many guys got the entire front of their car ripped off. Watch Austin Green right there. You see that catch. It's part of having natural grass on the infield of these tracks. The cars, the splitters are just right on the ground. I kind of compare it to like a fishing lure, a deep diving one, and when it catches the grass. Gets to the inside. I can't believe they all made it on the exit right there.
That's unbelievable. That should be 3 wrecked race cars that just didn't.
LeVar Scott right there, another car in front of them. See what his lap time is here, how much these guys...
Oh, and there goes Roger Carruth.
Austin
Caution number 7.
1 and 2.
I had just said how clean this final stage has been. Now we get a... When the 32 of Raja Caruth crashed, he was scored in the 18th position.
And this is off of turn 2. We talk about the groove getting so high. Well, eventually you just overstep the cushion basically there. He does that. Right rear gets away from him into the outside wall. And then he's just hanging on from there after hitting that wall. And look at that drift. Was hoping to catch it, but it just doesn't quite have enough room. Once that right rear contacts the wall, then you get behind the steering. You're along for the ride. Just a bit more momentum, but he can't quite get to the outside.
1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank for what's ahead. Who gets it, Larson or Allgaier?
Does he just get to the rear bumper here?
Oh, he's just mirror driving right now, just trying to get in that lane a little higher than he's been the last few laps. Kills the momentum.
He's just gonna have to pack the air and hope to get him out of the groove, get him unsettled, and get a run to the checker.
Here we are, turn 3, final time. Allgaier looking high. Larson playing defense. Off of turn 4, back to the finish line. Kyle Larson back to back. He gets his 3rd win at Texas.
Race yesterday makes it hard to pass.
Yeah, and you see the reverse.
Yeah.
It's reversed right there as the 6 goes.
Oh no! It clipped Bell. Bell's around.
Bell in the wall on the front straightaway after contact back in turn number 4.
Unbelievable.
And at lap 69, we have the first caution of the day.
Well, let's watch it again. You see the car get sideways up on the high lane. Tries to get in the gas and does to keep it out of the wall. Brings it down. It just barely clips Bell. Turns him right head on into the wall.
And Bell is in just such an awkward spot right there. He's got Denny Hamlin below him.
Racing for the lead.
You see him coming down the racetrack, but you can only turn it so hard down the racetrack before it'll just spin out.
Let's watch from the number 20.
Boy, what's this guy? Golly. Hold on there.
So frustrating.
Oh.
See him hit the bump. Gibbs hit the bump. Gar got loose, and Briscoe's around him.
Trouble, front straightaway, car around.
Byron.
Right in front of the pack. And everybody gets by.
Ooh, that was close.
Man, it's a great thing that he didn't have that car go back up the racetrack. That could have. Yeah,
I think it's probably because of that bump.
Yeah, what'll happen is you'll go through that bump, and as it rebounds out of the bump and starts to come up in the air, that car will get higher off the ground and lose downforce. Oh man, Logano all but wiped that 24.
Their pit, there's damage there. Is that Logano?
That's Logano right there. He ran into the back of Cole Custer, who was checking up to let the 54 out of his pit box. And this is what happens when you have 2 tires. Cars coming out of the pit box is so quick. Oh, that car, that hit harder than I thought, Clint.
Right front is definitely hurt on the 19.
Yeah, that car's in big trouble.
Next, Joey Logano and Cole Custer. Cole Custer trying to let the 54 out of his box, but look at Custer. He's not quite close enough to even get into his pit. And now you're going to ride along with the Hunt Brothers Pizza Cam and Logano.
Oh.
Killed it, sorry.
And the third incident, Denny Hamlin gets blocked in by Connor Zilic, who ends up overshooting his pit and having to back up. Nemechek and Riley Herbst all stayed out for track position. Caution waves for a car that got up into the wall in turns 3 and 4. It's Ty Gibbs with trouble on the right front.
I can't tell who's the car behind him, but I think it might be Ryan Preece.
Holy shit, he just committed a murder. Yeah, I'm telling you, I have a feeling that this is going to turn into a show, so we just keep it clean. It's going to be a great day. It looked like he just full throttled him. So wide of a quarter minute. Not for me.
Car spins and is in the wall.
Kyle Larson. Wow, his day just got worse.
And Corey Heim gets the free pass as Larson tries to limp his way back to pit road.
Yeah, and it looks like that car won't steer.
You can see Kyle's all by himself, kind of right in the middle of the racetrack. A lot like Bubba. We saw
identical.
Yep, just coming out from underneath of him.
Spinner, turn 4.
Oh, man.
Corey Heim. And caution waves with 11 laps to go. Well, this changes everything.
Yeah, and that car's sideways before it even gets into the frame right there, so can't really blame that one on the bump in the racetrack. He was way before that bump in the racetrack, so it looks like he probably just got loose as he got down at the end of the first third of the corner.
From Josh Berry.
Yeah, that just got out from underneath him right.
Bill, for those first 2 cars where Elliott won and Hamlin was second. Here they come off turn 4. White flag waving, 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank, and a car in the wall in turn 4. Did the leader get the white?
Yes.
Before the caution,
green.
he did.
No caution yet.
No caution yet.
He's
and that
down
car
off the racetrack.
Goes to the apron and to pit road. We're still racing.
He's going to get it back, so we will finish under green here.
Chase Elliott into 3, around 4. Wrapping the bottom of the racetrack. The car that spun was John Hunter Nemechek. He's okay. And Chase Elliott scores the win for Rick Hendrick and Chevrolet.
Let's go, baby.
Happened to Nemechek. Okay.
Well, he and
See,
Kyle Busch got together.
Yeah, Kyle
turns into the door of him really hard, but it's not over yet. Check this out. Not happy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened earlier in there, but everything that we saw right there, it looked like Kyle just turned over the front of the 42 car right here.
Not clear.
And then he just wrecks him.
Well, frustration. Ran in the top 10 all day, had good things going on, ends up 20th with that 8 car in Busch.
The pit now, he said lost grip all around, needs a little front turn, especially on the rights for Carson Hocevar.
Oh, trouble for the 91. That's Christian Eckes.
See if we can tell what happens. Oh, look at that. On the inside, Corey LaJoie in that 10 was in there.
Yeah, he was trying to get in there and locked up, looks like.
Great restart for the 45. Ross Chastain out front, Connor Zillage, Brent Cruz, Gio Ruggiero, Carson Hocevar. We got a truck around, and that's Carson Hocevar on the front stretch. Well,
Here. It's like they threw the caution.
Okay, I think I know what's happening here. The 77, he probably had some wheel spin across the curve over there, and when the rear tires start to spin, you try and get back in line, it's going to be tough here.
AJ's right there.
See if he gets his left rear on that. Yeah, see how he just hung right there? Yeah, the tires just couldn't get going forward. AJ's not lifting either. I mean, you got to go at that point.
And this is a hard hit. I see the impact there.
Just had a little bit of wheel spin. 3 car lengths early, he jumps right there, and you got to wait till you get across that white line to go, and he's penalized. I mean, we thought going in before the break that it was just a great restart, but then you go back and look at it.
look at Caden Honeycutt, guys. Poke to the outside, 3 wide. They lock him up. That's Brent Cruz there. Zillage locks it up.
Look at
Gio's going to have a great position, wrecking behind.
And around goes Lane Riggs. The tire barrier goes flying. Trucks wrecked and sideways behind him.
Caution.
Caution.
What a call, Jamie.
Is out. That was an easy one.
And then the lockups by the leaders, 2 of them. And then watch Ruggiero just calmly and coolly wraps the bottom, grabs the lead.
Big impact back there. That tire barrier.
Around goes Lane Riggs, smokes it up.
Boom.
Wow.
Center punched it.
Wow.
Again,
and
twice.
the second one. He loses the lead. Connor Zillage out front. Brent Cruz now. Look at Caden Honeycutt isn't giving up.
What a race so far. This is awesome. 4 to go.
AJ
A lot of laps. Oh,
Allmendinger
there's
up
the
to
45.
5th. Oh, hard hit behind him. Ross Chastain back there. They have not thrown the caution flag yet.
3 for 3 in the booth today.
Wow.
It's kind of like a 3-wide moment back there. The 88's just on the inside of the quarter panel.
Let's see what we hop on board and see what we see from Majeski's.
2 more corners in sight for Caden Honeycutt. Can he hold off Connor Zilic?
What a drive.
What a drive.
He's come from the back to the front. Out of turn 7. Checkered flag in the air. Caden Honeycutt is a winner in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
You right there. Those restarts are epic with these two guys.
Here, LeVar Scott sideways.
Oh, we've got one stuck in the barrier too.
Jeremy Clements had taken the wave around, got back on the lead lap. No caution yet. We'll see if Clements can pull away and get going.
I think he might be stuck.
He's like high 7.
And there's our second, first for incident. Clements can't get going.
So here's LeVar Scott spun around already out of turn 1. You see Quapple go by, and then Clements come in the frame here, all crossed up. I wonder if
I think there was some contact from behind.
Turned.
Yeah.
As they try to avoid the 45 sitting there.
33 on the lead lap. Restart as we complete lap 8 for what happened once the yellow was out. LeVar Scott going for a ride to turn 7.
Yeah, just trying to get to the inside of Will Rogers right here. Coming into the last turn, gets on the brakes. You're already kind of loose getting into the corner, and to stay off of Will, he ends up spinning it out here, makes slight contact with the back. And then as he pulls away, you can see that rear bumper cover is loose, and it's going to eventually fall off.
Yeah, this is just a late move, an optimistic move. And
he knew almost immediately.
Yeah, in that corner, the car is naturally loose. You can see it has some banking to it, so it sort of falls away in terms of the rear having grip. The front gains grip as you go to the center, and you naturally have a looser race car there, pinching off the corner that much and having a car on your outside.
You know,
almost inevitably is going to lead to that.
Here they are.
Between he and the 9.
There was.
Big damage to the left front.
Yeah. I mean, they come off 1-2, but look at that.
Wow.
Huge damage for Shane Van Gisbergen in the 9. +1 for Taylor Gray. Sammy Smith picked up a couple in that exchange. Let's go back and watch the replay as they exit.
I mean, so Connor, I believe, is to the inside because there was cars coming by him on the outside potentially because he is kind of low here, just exiting his box normally. And Shane pulls out right into him.
12 cars stay.
So Sheldon Creed into the bus stop here. We saw that battle of Justin Allgaier. He gets hit in the left rear, shoved out, and watch what occurs here. We talked about how much rain there has been here today. He goes in the grass, tries to slow it down, and absolutely launches in the air when that front end and splitter catches into the ground. Vicious hit for Sheldon Creed.
You mentioned the fact he was up to 15th after starting in the back. Wheeling caution lights are
left in the grass right there.
Yeah, watch after you see the car go up in the air. You're going to see all the parts underneath this car. That's what he runs over that makes the back of the car jump up in the air is all the pieces that got.
And how you execute lap time as well as we go back and watch Ross Chastain hitting the tire pack exit of turn 1.
Oh! It just, once he went over that curb there.
The hustle is real.
Watch this into the braking zone, how much ground Connor's been able to make up.
But he's not quite close enough to make a move, but it's all about just trying to get that rear bumper to set.
Look at how much he's gaining.
Wow.
Oh, he's going to have a shot. He's going to have a shot.
Zilic is right there, exiting the bus stop to the carousel, around a lap car. Big finish coming here at Watkins Glen.
Love's almost going to have to get on the defensive mode here into turn 6. Saw the back of that car get sideways. Oh, it's going to be close.
How late do you dare brake if you're Jesse Love to not let him get there?
From turn 5 to turn 6.
Gonna have to defend a little bit here into the last turn.
Turn 7, Zilic is there.
Oh, he overcooked it.
Connor to the inside.
Oh my God, he got inside of him.
Zilic racing it back to the line. Drag race to the finish. Connor Zilic, 3 in a row at Watkins Glen. What a comeback.
I thought Love was going to be in a good position on the outside and have the momentum.
To throw that car in there and make that pass. Tyler Reddick gets shoved wide, but...
Whoa, one around. That is William Byron. He gets hit by Blaney. And look at them scramble out of the bus stop. We stay green and show you what happened that ended up with William Byron turned around.
Yeah, we saw everybody get jammed up going through the infield. You see Reddick wide right there. He hit the inside wall, and then you just see contact.
I think it was Chris Buescher that got into Byron. Buescher was over onto the grass, come back up into the track and got into Byron. spun him around. But even before that, I even saw Reddick side by side. I don't know if he clipped that inside wall, but he was oh so close.
Yeah.
That's how these restarts get chaotic when you have tires and no tires staying out. That's where this place can wreak havoc on a driver, like an SVG coming up through. Zilich was right in the middle of this. Look at this. They're everywhere. Oh, it was close. Right in Blaney's just and beat us anyway. But he's going to have to make quick work of this 54 if he can do it. Oh! This is not what those leaders want to see. If a caution
that
comes
car's
out
crashed.
now.
Caution's coming out, Cliff.
Josh Berry and another car around.
30 seconds. He's going to win by easy. Unbelievable.
Checkered flag. Shane Van Gisbergen is the master of NASCAR road racing. Josh Berry off.
Left side even there, in line. Top of 3. Top of 3. Hold on to it, lock it down, lock it down. On your left, on your left, on your left, on your left, on your left. 77 just wrecked him off. Half. Stay in line. 1 to go right here. Use what you can. Right side, locked it up. Just shooting him. Coming back to checkers. Not clear. You're good. Here you go. Right side. Closing to half. To the bumper. Hold the brake there. You're rolling. You're good. Get it rolling again. You're fine.
All right, Kyle Busch continues out front, but Clint Boyer barely hanging on. He was the next to go a lap down. Destiny Spurlock into the wall, and we get our first caution of this one.
She got loose and just overcorrected and lost it.
Oh, man, she fought that thing, didn't she, Daniel?
Man, she was, I mean, she almost saved it.
Yes.
Almost saved it. It seems to me that the 44 truck of my amigo paisano, Mexicano, he packed a little bit of air and then she got loose. And I mean, it was so close of saving that truck. What a shame.
That's just all the learning that goes on. And if you're ever going to save one anywhere in America, Dover might be the toughest place to do so. Did you see how much banking are on those straightaways?
It's so difficult.
Way to pit road and
Caution is out.
Caution.
That's Luke Baldwin in the 2. Saw him in his battles with Clint Boyer all race long. That's a big hit.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Loose and didn't want to use Butterbean up. That's so tough. Such a tough position to find yourself in. That's not so bad, but I'm afraid it's going to go down and hit that inside wall. This track just sweeps you down to the bottom once you have contact.
Well, at least it wasn't with our amigo Clint. He's gonna. This is actually very interesting.
So Brandon Jones in the 1, back in 8th right now. Let's take a look at him bouncing off the wall.
Wow! Oh!
And around goes Mini Tyrell.
Well, what do you do if you're Chastain? I mean, you have to stay out because it's too early.
Caution comes out for the 5th time.
Not Clint Boyer wasn't involved in this, was he?
Oh my God, our amigo, I think.
Boyer in the 25. Making it 3 wide.
Oh, and the 14 just got loose. That wasn't Boyer's fault. That just hard 3 wide racing. Boyer saw an opening, he went for it. Anybody's going to take that hole, aren't they, Daniel?
Totally. Anyone would take the hole, especially because Boyer knows that the 42 truck, the white truck, he's with all tires. So he had to, you know, fill up that gap. P-road is open right here.
So Mini Tyrell not as lucky as Boyer. who escapes on final lap of the race. 2.5-second lead over Ty Majeski. We haven't raced here in 6 years, and some things just seem to not change. Kyle Busch.
He's good at this.
Back behind the wheel. He knows all about getting to victory lane. Here he comes off at turn number 4. Kyle Busch wins at Dover for the 5th time in his career.
All right.
Dover starts the fight for clean air, so important here. Oh, and we're going to stay here because we've got a
Retzloff.
crash. We were just talking about Parker Retzloff, and that's Jeb Burton, the other car. That's on the back straightaway going into turn 3, and Retzloff has got serious damage.
Yeah, and this actually starts ahead of them when we get some replays here. Brent Cruz, Jeb Burton has major damage. Brent Cruz had an issue off of 2.
So yes, Cruz is running 13th here.
Right, so Ryan Sieg gets loose underneath him, kicks him up the track. He hits the right side, and as behind them, you see that they're kind of, I believe they were almost checking up.
Oh yeah, LeVar Scott just, oh they do, they all check up. You see Jeb checks up, and then Retzloff gets into the back of him, and then the 45 of LeVar Scott gets into the back of Retzloff. Just kind of a accordion effect right there of Jeb seeing it first.
Well, hey, this is what we talk about. Things happen fast here at Dover under yellow. 12 laps in. 6th, 7th, and 8th, all right on top of each other.
We think so.
Sawalich has been
caution.
trapped. Yeah, we got a yellow. Sawalich was trapped on the bottom there. Oh, big
Blaine
crash.
Perkins.
Blaine Perkins.
There's no light impacts to this place either.
No. When a car is spinning, so we looking down into 3 here, you see he's already sideways, and look at Anthony Alfredo there, 96. He was chasing it up.
Made it through.
Yeah, and he basically, as Blaine got sideways, Anthony was already committed to the outside lane, and at that point, he just couldn't get it to slow down and turn down. As we look back here from Sammy Smith's 8 car, there you see the smoke suddenly start, and then the car goes around. So that's
It's almost like
something
the housing
broke.
shifted
Yeah,
and the tire
track
started
bar
rubbing on
mount
the
could have
body.
broke, something like in the suspension there.
Clean air is king. Field back start zone. It's Jesse Love and Raja Caruth on the front row as we go back to green.
I think Jesse did a nice job right there, almost getting a little push from Chastain, who's behind him. We've seen the 88, though, be so good on the bottom. It's just all about how loose do they get down into turn 3. Raja have to really discipline himself getting down into this corner.
There it goes.
No!
Oh.
2 leaders together. Love in the wall. Caruth saves it, but some right side damage.
Both these drivers knowing this is an important restart. As we look back, he had positive momentum by side drafting, but as he gets down the corner, Jesse was giving him space.
He gave him plenty of room
but
on entry for
you
sure.
can see there as he starts to hit those bumps right at the basically end of the entry, that big hop in the rear, that takes the rear out of the racetrack, and he starts chasing it up into the 2 car.
Raja really doesn't have any damage right here. I mean, other than sliding those tires, but the 2 of Jesse Love, as we're going to ride on board with him, he's just along for the ride. He gave Raja plenty of room on the bottom, knowing that he was most likely going to get loose. You can see Marty Williams able to run right around the bottom of the track. Great job by the 18 to get to the lead.
Allgaier starting to come to life. Raja Caruth involved in another incident, this time with Harrison Burton.
Your brake, hold your brake, hold your brake.
Under caution for the 6th time.
Oh, and Harrison gets in the inside wall.
I don't think the 88 has any damage again.
Might have gotten away with it, but it's got to get refired here.
Harrison Burton.
Well, he gets loose. See, Raja gets to his inside, and then behind you see Sammy Smith trying to capitalize on that run, and just got Raja up out of the groove a little bit, and then he was just trying to catch it for the rest of the way around the corner, and poor Harrison Burton was just innocent victim in all that.
It's really 3 cars to 1. I know it looks similar to what happened to Raja with Jesse Love, but in this case there with the 8 getting there so late, Raja couldn't turn down, so then he's in a compromised aero position.
Well, you get spooked too, right? You can't
and then
yank on the wheel.
When he's in the compromised aero position against the 24, he's just trying to catch at that point going up the racetrack.
This will be a great perspective as we ride on board with Sammy Smith. See Harris have to check up. That lets the 88 check up. He gets in there and then thinks better of it. You know, I can't force it 3 wide, but it just put the 88 in such a bad angle, bad position. You get spooked, you kind of pull on the wheel, then you're just along for the ride.
We go back to green with 83 to go. So while
Taylor didn't drive in there quite as deep this time.
will there be
Contact for second, and around goes the 54 hard into the inside wall.
It's almost like once you start having that contact, you just get glued together. As we see, this is going down into turn 3. Get that to play. See, Ross gives him plenty of room. Then Ross a little slow getting back to the throttle. Taylor gets back to his inside. Little narrow exit for the 9, but I think it was really the contact from Sam Mayer into the 54 that spun around. I think they all would have most likely caught it right there. Watch Mayer behind these guys as they start to check up. I think that's ultimately what sent the 54 around.
There's the difference in new tires for the 7.
Another spinner, Garrett Smithley's around.
Caution for the 8th time today. Garrett making his...
There's all day long of Swalich right behind him.
At least close that gap, and we go under yellow once again. It's Garrett Smithley for the 2nd time today. It has.
Longest green flag run being 28 laps. That one was 27.
And that's atypical of Dover. We don't normally expect that. You normally kind of need a long run car. Here's a look at what happened to Garrett Smithley.
Wow. You see that right rear tire explode on the exit of the corner. He's fortunate that he didn't hit the wall harder right there. Man, just the worst place that could happen.
You don't see that often in that.
Back to green at the Monster Mine. Credit One Bank for Corey Day.
See all clean track in front of the 17 right here. He's going to maintain doing what he has. Allgaier's going to send it in there deep, but I just don't think he's going to have enough.
And the biggest thing, just don't jump the cushion.
Final time down the back straightaway. He'll work the high lane through 3 and 4. Allgaier closes in again, but it's not enough out of turn 4. 2nd win of the year. Corey Day victorious at Dover.
Necessarily take off as good as some of the other cars.
Yeah, but he's going to be good. Now look, right here, these are those guys that are coming from the back. You have to make some hay right here. You have to get to the front. Oh, look out. We got one around Priest. Larson's in the wall hard. There's a champion. I was worried about this. Custer, Suarez.
And this is exactly what we talked about, starting in the back of this field. When something happens at this particular racetrack, it happens in a hurry.
It all starts with Gilliland in the middle. Priest is going to come around here. They're 3 wide off of 4. See Zilich coming on the bottom. Priest comes down.
Yeah, I don't know that Ryan Priest knew that the 34 was still there. He came down
Priest
the
hit
racetrack
hard. That was an extremely hard hit with that 60 car, but definitely came down, whether he was cleared, to your point, or not, Kevin.
It's just the left rear. You see him come down the racetrack right there. And that just sends Larson into almost head on into the fence. On board with Ryan Blaney. See that car of Priest is down there on fire. On board the 17 of Chris Buescher. See all those cars checking up right there. Just letting him go by. Sometimes Ross can be a hard pass.
Christopher Bell outside Kyle Busch. Oh, up in the wall. That's Hocevar. And caution waves for the 2nd time today, lap 62. There's a look at
way
Hocevar.
up high out of the groove. Knew he had trouble. I think he kept it out of the fence for the most part.
Let's ride along with the 77.
And you can hear it.
Oh, no, he didn't keep it out. He hit it pretty hard.
Yeah, you can hear that tire. You can hear the
Bowman, 5 to go.
And there they are right there. Herbst and Bowman on the bottom with those tires, and Reddick trying to get under him. He's going to do it.
He's going to get 5 of them.
You don't hear that every day. He's going to get 5 of them, Mike.
Yeah, Christopher Bell is
we got him around. Herbst is around.
And it's Riley Herbst, and he gets slammed into from both ends.
Bell's into the wall. Busch is around. Nemechek, heavy front end damage.
Well, you nailed it, Clint. I mean, this is what happens when you get guys.
Tire, see Bell in trouble behind him. Starts to get loose up off the corner. Bowman's there. Not enough room, and they're wrecking.
And as Nemechek comes across, who does he catch but Kyle Busch, who had been penalized for speeding and ends up in this.
That's the way it works. When you shoot yourself in the foot, you wind up back here in the hornet's nest, and that's the end of it.
So this will end segment 1.
In front of the whole field.
You know, Mike, one incentive, even if you're not up in the top 6.
Trouble. Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain, and maybe Bubba Wallace involved.
Yeah. Hard contact with the inside of that wall right there at the end for Chastain.
Both of those cars in big trouble. Oh, man. These guys up front just can't quite clear each other to break free.
Best combined finish based on the running position.
They lose. Be careful. That's what I'm talking about with Reddick. Whoa, that was close.
Van Gisbergen around brings out the caution for the second time in this segment.
All right, get in here, we can.
Chase Briscoe now, he is in position to start third in the finale based on a 4th place finish in segment 1. And around goes Ty Gibbs, and we're under caution.
Back lock.
Right front's down. I don't know. That may have been why he was back down the hill. The car starts to get sideways. He's loose, folks. I don't know if that right front was down. It doesn't look like it's down. It blows right there.
Sliding.
So just got loose up off the corner and spun around. The 88 rolls the center of the corner to him.
William Byron hoping for a rebound and trouble turn 2. Car in the wall. Sliding down to the bottom, and it's Joey Logano.
And that's exactly what you don't want if you're all those cars that just pitted.
All right, I'm okay.
One. Yeah, you heard the tire come apart. It was a rear tire, left rear or right rear.
Well, and that's exactly why you heard Joey Logano acting like
Got a tire down. Hold on. Stay up. Group of cars coming here. Let us know you're okay when you get through.
Yeah.
A big hit, but that, again, going back to the lead, the right rear's still up. So I think it was a left rear. Yeah, there it is.
By Credit One Bank for Denny Hamlin to wrap up the $1 million prize in NASCAR's All-Star Race.
Well, he hasn't missed a mark all day. He's done everything that we expected him to do. So Denny Hamlin lived up to all the hype and all the expectations today.
Whoop their butts.
3rd straight win at Dover, counting 2-point races and the All-Star.